I'm recording right now live from DR. Guys, I have just changed the game. I am going live with my StanStore video. Yeah, I'm really selling an unmixed and mastered song for $25. Shoot, people spend $25 on boo-boo stuff. Like, I feel like that song is so good. Why it gotta be $1.29? No, I set the price. $29 for exclusive access. $25 for exclusive access. But it's not even just about the $25. Like, it's about calling out the real fans. I want to see where the real fans at. The comments, that's level 1. Now let's see who's gonna shop with Pearl. This is huge. And I want to say, too, me putting this song out like this on a private link where it goes to a password protected, embedded, no download link, and then asking people to not share it, it's like reverse psychology, because I'm selling the exclusivity. But like, let's say there's like a hater or someone who just tweaking to break the rules. The moment somebody leaks my song, I actually won, because somebody else took it upon themselves. They feel like they really need to share the song with the world. Like, people are trying to see what it sounds like, and somebody felt like, oh, I'm gonna leak. Like, so I actually won, because it's uncontrollable. Like, the music, they can't stop themselves from sharing it. They feel like they have to share it, whether you doing it out of hate or you doing it out of I need to share it with the world. Like, you are basically emphasizing the demand for my music. I'm creating demand. That's what's going on here. So I'm excited. It's a blessing. Finally got this artwork done. The StanStore is good to go, and I am going live. Shoot, 76% live on TikTok right now. Then I'm going on Instagram. The one they can't stream for believers and risk takers only. Facts. I'm excited, guys. Thank you, God, for this idea. Hello, everyone. Pearl Energy here, live from Dominican Republic. And I've got some big updates. So, all right. If you've been watching me with this entire Journey to the G-Wagon series, you have realized, just like me, in real time, the power of my voice when I tell the truth. Okay? In less than 2 to 3 weeks, do you understand, over 3 million people became aware of Pearl Energy, the dream I have to be a G-Wagon owner. And, you know, like, regardless of what the comments say, I stood on faith-based action, I stood on truth, and I stood on positivity. So that right there tells me that I have an assignment. I have an assignment to continue to push the narrative forward of changing the game. Just being honest, I am like the first person to come out and to actually speak on, like, ordering a G-Wagon, not being ready, and then having the audacity to ask the people who bought it to let you buy it back. Like, that's different. And I'm happy with the results, because I have been blessed through the experience with a group of people who actually want to see me win, who want to see me get a G-Wagon, who want to see me succeed in music, who want to see me continue to motivate and inspire. While there is another group of people, my focus is on this group of people, because this group of people is my core fan base, target audience. So, because of this Journey to the G-Wagon situation, I realized I got to keep this going. And I'd like to take another risk. We took a risk 2-3 weeks ago when we basically tagged Rashida, when we tagged the chief marketing officer of Mercedes-Benz USA. We took risk and there were rewards. So I am here today with an update on what's happening for those who support Pearl Energy. This week, I will be releasing 2 very important things. Today, I'm going to do one. The second one is going to be in a few days. Let's talk about the first one. So, the first one. Now, in addition to the G-Wagon, something that I've always personally desired as an artist is to be signed. I'm not going to sit up here and cap. Everyone has their perceptions on what it means to have a record deal, but because the people that I grew up listening to and aspired to be like were signed, I internally placed a record deal as a pinnacle of success as an artist. Okay, so even though I'm very knowledgeable of the music industry, in the past, again, telling my truth, I have never actually broken down what it means to get a good, favorable record deal. What do I mean by that? When you talk about being signed just means that you're really good at selling records. Selling records today looks like what? Putting your song on DSPs, driving traffic through whatever way you do it, go viral, drive your traffic to your artist profile where your music is on a platform where everybody else is at too. Drive traffic there and then outperform everyone else that is on the same platform. Well, I'm looking to change that. I'm looking to change that because, for one, the music that I'm making is already different than what the majority of people are doing in hip-hop. It's already different. I'm promoting motivation and inspiration. So what I have to do, I have to hit the people who want to hear that and empower themselves directly. So this journey to the G-Wagon situation has given me the opportunity to reach those people. We made waves. Do y'all understand? We promoted belief in the unseen. We stood for something, and there were people rallying to see me get this G-Wagon, commenting on Rashida's page, commenting on the chief marketing officer of Mercedes-Benz USA. What that means is I have tapped into a core fan base of people who want to believe for something. And that is why I am releasing the first thing that I'm about to tell you. So, I have created a StanStore. I'm going to put the link in my bio. On this StanStore, I have uploaded one unreleased Pearl Energy song. Now, when I say unreleased, I'm not talking about I previewed it on my social media and it's just not on DSPs. No, I'm talking about I never posted this song. I never previewed it on social media. And here's the thing too, I'm not even a professional engineer, but I've never even let an engineer touch it. I recorded it in my home studio. I put a premix on it. I uploaded it and I put it on the StanStore. Basically, I cut the middleman. This is as authentic and as raw as it's gonna get. Same way I showed y'all real-time footage of Journey to the G-Wagon, same way I'm showing y'all this song. This song, if I had to describe this song represents where we're at sonically. Where we're at is owning independence, owning faith-based action, continuing to promote changing the game. And I know when you get it, your life is going to go up. Your life is going to go up because this beat, these lyrics, music is so powerful. The words that we say and speak over ourselves and the words we let consume our mind. I have intentionally created this song to enhance your life because I intentionally created it to enhance my own. So I know that anyone who gets this song, your life is going to go up. And when you get it, you're not just supporting me, you're joining a movement. You're taking action towards being a part of something bigger. This is bigger than the G-Wagon. Mercedes-Benz sponsorship, we still on that. But this is bigger than Mercedes at this point. This is about changing the game. I am here to change the game. So this StanStore is the first step in that. You buy this song, you are joining a movement, and you are getting something exclusive, never been heard before, never to be released on DSPs in this form. You are getting something that is so raw and uncut. Like, I was saving it for my album because it was that special. But that's how I know this is the one I need to take this risk with. Now, this is something I've never done before. And I know it's going to rub people the wrong way, right? Like, same way me speaking my truth about the car rub people the wrong way. Who is she to think that she can just sell a song on a StanStore? It's not even mixed and mastered for $25. Well, I'm Pearl Energy, first of all. And it's not about the $25. It's about joining in agreement with me about breaking the rules, doing things that other people are not doing. And when we rally together and do that, we create real change. We create real change. So this is straight up, this is for believers and risk takers only. This is for the people who still standing in agreement with me for this G-Wagon, who standing in agreement with me for this Mercedes-Benz sponsorship, who are standing in agreement for the bigger picture. If you're working towards anything, if you're believing for anything, get this song, because this is for you. Pearl Energy Day Ones, join to the G-Wagon family. The StanStore link is in my bio. Announcement number 2 coming this week. Something very special. Stay tuned. Let's change the game together. Thank you. Well, in case you missed it, I'm changing the game. I have just launched my official StanStore. Link in my bio. And straight up, like I said in my previous post, this is for believers and risk takers only. I need all my Journey to the G-Wagon family supporters, all my Pearl Energy Day Ones. We're coming together and we're pronouncing our presence. I have created something exclusively for the people who truly believe and are standing in agreement with me for the G-Wagon, Mercedes-Benz sponsorship, and ultimately all the things I've ever, dreamed and spoke about having. So I've uploaded one unreleased song. I've coded it. It doesn't even have a name. It's called Elevated Sound 001. Okay? It doesn't even have a name. It's on my StanStore underneath the name The One They Can't Stream. Why? Because it's not available anywhere else. Super exclusive. This is a Pearl Energy collectible. You get to hear it before the world hears it, and you get to be a part of this movement. Like, we've already changed the game. Like, going against the grain with what we did with Rashida and Jello with the G-Wagon, getting Mercedes-Benz chief marketing officer's attention. Like, this is just the beginning. So if you want to support me and you want to get something that I know is going to enhance your life, because I create my music to enhance my own life. I'm in Dominican Republic right now. The music that I make is intentional so that I can become all that I was created to be through faith in God and faith-based action and belief in the highest version of myself. This song, so good. And guess what? Only the chosen people will get to hear it. Because it's not online. There's no play link. You can't, you'll be taking a risk. You're taking a risk. You buy it, you're taking a risk. I wonder what it sounds like. I've already had 2. Yo, shout out my 2 first, like, fans who really bought this. They really dropped. They shopped with Pearl. They really dropped the 25 and they bought the song. Like, and they're in the comments like, yo, the beat, like, see what I'm saying? Don't you want to know what it sounds like? Like, yo, let's do this. I'm on a mission. I know a lot of people are going to think that I'm just selling this song to try to get money for the G-Wagon. Well, that ain't why I'm doing it. Because let me tell you, the goal that I set is not even the number to buy the G-Wagon. I'm doing this because I just think it's cool. I just picked a number. I just said $100,000 in song sales. Straight up. Who said songs should be... No, I'm not done.
No.
Thank you. Who said songs are supposed to be $1.29? It's ridiculous. Man, as much time as I spent on that song?
This one? That one more?
No. I'm gonna let y'all know when I'm ready. Because he just asked me and then, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Who said the songs are supposed to be $1.29? I put a lot of brain power. I put hours into... That's like saying less than 10 cents an hour. It's kind of crazy. So, forget that. I'm selling my Unmixed and Mastered song for $25. I already got 2 people who bought it. And my goal is $100,000 in 30 days. To make $100,000 playing the streaming game, the game they want to sell you, you know what you have to do? So you get $3,500 every million streams. To do 100,000, about 28 to 29 million. Why would I do that when I can just do 4,000 people for $25? If I'm getting 100,000 views on videos on TikTok, several videos having hundreds of thousands, 80,000, you know, 1 million people seeing me on blogs, I can get 4,000 people to buy something. Straight up. So 4,000 people at $25 a piece is $100,000. It's as simple as that. Why do people have to be confined to the way in which the industry says you need to sell your songs? That's ridiculous. I liberated myself. I cut the narrative of how the song should be sold, what platform they should be sold. If the point as an artist is to have a fan base, why not make it exclusive for them? Instead of just making it all like loosey-goosey everywhere and anybody can get it, and that's part of the value. Only certain people can get it, and it's accessible only on certain platforms. It's part of the exclusivity. Y'all pay for it all the time. These exclusive clothing drops that have password protected links to buy it. Like, y'all pay for it all the time. Why does music have to be any different? And another thing, I also broke out of the so-called molds regarding the way you're supposed to market your music. Why do you have to put 10 to 15 second snippets in TikToks to hope that somebody cares about the whole song at the end of it all? Like, why do you have to do that? Not to say it don't work for some people, but it's not the only way to market a song. I make movies. Y'all find out about great songs in movies all the time. Y'all find out about great songs in movies, the soundtracks, y'all end up Shazamming it. I'm playing into my strengths now. I come from a background of video production. Why not implement my music into my own long form content? I made a documentary about myself when I was 16 years old. All I'm doing is releasing mini documentaries, mini vlog style videos. I put my own music in there. I sync my own music. I built a fan base who likes watching me for long periods of time, not just fast food, fine dine my content. My music is synced in there. I'm showing y'all how to sync my music in movies and shows. And then people are actually around. They're around for a long time. They're watching me for a long period of time. Not just 15 seconds and on to the next. And the reason why I know this is a plausible marketing strategy is because there's people on YouTube who I'll sit there and watch and learn from for an hour. I don't have to spoon feed people. I can give them the whole plate. And the people who want to stick around can stick around. I'm changing the game. I am changing the game for tomorrow. I am making it now time to ball. I am changing the game for tomorrow. Let's go. Here's a video of me creating passive income for myself off of my music. I'm literally mass DMing everyone right now who ever left a comment on Journey to the G-Wagon content that was positive. Anybody who tagged Rashida Jello, anybody who tagged the Chief Marketing Officer, Mercedes-Benz, USA. This is lead generation. This is sales. Build a group of people, and then you proceed with the ask. A group of people participated in the tagging and the comments. Now we ask for them to purchase a product. We're taking them through a sales funnel, and for every 500 DMs, there's going to be a certain amount that convert to sales. Simple. I'm selling my music. I know sales. I'm really good at sales. I am changing the game for tomorrow. Thank you, Lord. I just feel so good. Like, I feel really good. I feel really blessed. I feel really free. I'm selling something legit, honest, making an honest living on the beach in DR with it. What more can you want out of life? Making money from the phone. Seriously. Got gratitude. We're gonna get some sales today. I am committed to maintaining unwavering faith that I will sell $100,000 in my record sales by April 30th, 2025, and putting forth extraordinary effort until I do so, no matter what. There is no other option. Go read The Miracle Equation. You'll know what I'm talking about. Bye. Hello, Journey to the G-Wagon family and Pearl Energy Day Ones. It is I, Pearl Energy, and I'm live from Dominican Republic. Now, if you have been following along with me, you know that, yes, the G-Wagon I ordered and waited 2.5 years on, really my whole life, to actually take that step towards getting the car, was purchased by Rashida and Jello. You've seen me attempt to ask to buy it back. And I put them on a deadline, March 26th. We did not hear directly back from them, so we shifted the attention towards Mercedes-Benz of USA, shooting for this sponsorship, considering how authentic and how moving that Journey to the G-Wagon footage is, and how many people we've just inspired in general by telling the truth and believing by faith, no matter what, all things are possible through faith in God. So where we're at right now, we are still believing for that sponsorship. There are some things that I've been working on that I haven't shared publicly yet that I know are going to make waves. And in the midst of that, I wanted to go ahead and call out my real supporters in a way where I give them access to something that other people don't have. So what do I mean by that? I have officially launched a StanStore, and straight up, I'm breaking the rules again. Same way they said don't ask for the car back, same way I'm doing what I'm doing now. But hey, that's Pearl Energy. I am selling one unreleased Pearl Energy record. When I say unreleased, I mean I have never previewed it online. And I am actually selling the record for a price that most people would never think to sell a song for. But this is art. Who put the price on a song? And in general, it's not really about the dollar amount. It's about you guys saying, I believe in you. That's what this is about. So I've already talked to a large group of my supporters, people who have tagged Rashida, people who have tagged the chief marketing officer, Melody Lee, and they're all like in agreement with me right now. What I'm going to do to make this, you feel me? Because I'm like a goal-oriented person, I'm going to spice it up a bit. I'm going to put myself on a deadline with this. Now, I know a lot of people are going to think, oh, she's just trying to sell her song just to get money for the G-Wagon. No, because let me tell you, what I'm about to tell y'all my goal is right now is not even the price of the G-Wagon or what y'all think would have been the difference for me to get. No, this is just a personal goal that I'm setting because I want to change the game in music. So I'm going to set a goal and I'm going to say, I'm looking to sell 4,000 copies of this song, this unreleased record that sonically no one is doing anything like this. And I also recorded it from my home studio, mixed and mastered, authentic, raw, put it up on the StanStore myself. When I say mix and master, I'm not even a professional engineer, so really just say pre-mixed. Just know nobody professional as far as the engineer has touched it, and it's just straight from my home studio to the StanStore. So it's really as independent as it's gonna get. And my goal is to sell 4,000 copies of this, what I'm calling a Pearl Energy collectible, a digital keepsake, because it's the rough cut. It's before the professionals, before the marketing, before the rollout, in hopes that we really break the rules on what it means to sell records. So y'all know right now selling records is all about, right, like putting it on DSPs and getting streams. Well, I'm kind of breaking out of that box and I'm like, I can sell the direct hard copy version of my record for whatever price, because I'm actually making songs with intention, and the people who want to get a dose of motivation, inspiration, and live vicariously through me, through what I'm exemplifying, that is why they will tap in and support me. I've already had several people come in and purchase the song and unlock it, so to speak. So here's what I'm proposing to the public. Same way I told Rashida. March 26th is the deadline. I'm going to put this campaign on a deadline. I'm going to say by April 30th, 2025, I will sell 4,000 copies of Elevated Sound 001. I'm looking to reach 4,000 people at $25. That's what I'm looking to reach. That's basically saying I sold $100,000 in hard copy record sales. This has never been done before. Like, most people, like, who said the price of a song is $1.29? Like, who said it's 99 cents? Like, most people have to do $25 for bundles. I'm looking to change the game. And here's what I'm willing to do to make my true supporters shop with me. Over the course of the next several weeks, from now until April 30th, I'm going to, number one, roll out more unreleased content, not just from Journey to the G-Wagon. I'm going to roll out unreleased content, and I'm going to recirculate some of my older content that is emotionally moving so that you guys can really see my story and really see how far I've come. In addition to that, I'm going to be making, I want to say 3 big moves. I'm going to say 2 at minimum for sure. But I'm aiming for 3 big moves this month of April. When I make these moves, listen, same way I told Rashida, if anything that I do moves you, if anything that I do makes you believe in me, buy the song on StanStore. That's how I'm going to know I won you over. I'm on a mission right now. April 30th, the StanStore for Elevated Sound 001 will be cut off. You will not be able to buy it again. The people who got it will be the people who got it. At the end of the day, my TikTok videos, I got 2 videos with over 150,000 views in less than 2 weeks. Over 3 million people saw me from the whole G-Wagon situation. I should be able to reach 4,000 people and make them shop with Pearl. So that's where I'm at. Okay, all my Journey to the G-Wagon family, Pearl Energy day ones, if you really believe, let me see you support me for real. And I'm willing to show y'all why you should believe. Exclusive content, dropping all month. I also have something very special dropping this week that I haven't shared. I'm going to post it in a couple days. But look forward to 2 to 3 very big moves this month. When you see them, if I have won you over, if you see it and you're like, yo, this girl here, she is something else. I actually do believe in her. And for that reason, I'm a support. Go to the StanStore link in my bio. Let's change the game. I sell 4,000 copies of my unmixed and mastered record. Do you understand how big of an industry shift that is? So many people are going to try to copy my business model, first of all, but also the freaking label, like everybody, bro, they're all going to want to be a part of what we built. Just know. Let's do it. Pearl Energy, day ones, Journey to the G-Wagon family. Let's do it. Yes. 3 copies sold. Only 3,997 left. I know y'all are probably like, this girl here. Well, yes. And check out my outfit. I'm going to play tennis today. Oh, stop playing. Career tennis in DR, and why not? Stop playing. StanStore, Elevated Sound 001. Let me see y'all cop that. All y'all, you feel me? All y'all who be leaving comments and want to see Pearl Energy make it to the top. Now's the time. Let's go. Well, hello everyone. Pearl Energy here again in my little tennis outfit. You already know, tennis in DR, why not? Okay, so here is my second big update that I was telling y'all I was going to share this week. Our primary focus for all my believers and risk takers is 4,000 copies of Elevated Sound 001 on my StanStore. We're changing the game as we know it. And me, I am committed to maintaining unwavering faith that I will sell 4,000 copies of Elevated Sound 001 by April 30th, 2025, which is $100,000 in record sales, and putting forth extraordinary effort until I do. No matter what, there is no other option. If you have read The Miracle Equation, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not, I highly suggest go and get it. So, the second exclusive that I am releasing for my true Pearl Energy fans, supporters, and people who are looking to elevate their life. In the same way this song elevates your life, there have been people already sending me feedback about what it's doing for them, the message. you know, they're going to add it to their playlist of motivational, inspirational. That's the whole point. So if you're a Pro Energy supporter and you want to take it to the next level, you got the song. Now, let's say you like my motivational videos. You like when I talk to the camera and I have content where I'm, you know, giving out that extra energy that you need to believe in your highest potential and believe in unlimited possibilities for yourself. I have released a second digital product on my StanStore called the Pearl Vault. The Pearl Vault. Okay, now this is definitely for the people who want to take to the next level. This is something that I'm going to be focusing more so on after we run this campaign for Elevated Sound 001 as far as promoting, but I'm putting it out there now to lay the foundation. So it's pretty much a subscription-based service where you subscribe to Pearl Vault. You're going to be getting access to 2 long-form pieces of content every week that are catered towards motivational, inspirational, like manifest your destiny, unlock your highest potential, break limiting beliefs, like me talking to myself and then me talking to the camera. In the same way y'all saw like the Journey to the G-Wagon footage, it's basically like that. But if I'm being honest, those were like little nuggets, right? Like those were like 7-minute videos. You know, I know some people think that's long, but no, like I got 20, 30-minute, 40-minute streams of consciousness videos where I'm really dropping gems, right? So like for people who are into that motivational, inspirational aspect, like if you like Andy Elliott or you like the Grant Cardones or you like Stormy Wellington, like you like these people who are standing on like motivational content. So I'm putting that out there in long form. And basically also in addition to the content that you get 2 times a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I will be opening up a Discord community where people who are subscribed to Pearl Vault and people who are subscribed to, well, people who purchase Elevated Sound 001, they'll have access to the Discord community. Basically, it's going to be a group of believers, people who are on that get to your next level, people who are looking to connect with other people who believe in things of that nature, such as faith-based action, such as like breaking generational streams of thought as far as what's possible for you and your family. And just like becoming that next level doer. So I'm clearly one of those people, and I feel like it's only right that since my music is catered towards that, and I'm looking to hit those people, that I build a real fan base where we can share our wins, we can hold each other accountable. And so the Discord community will be launching in the next coming weeks, but I'm going to go ahead and put the Pearl Vault subscription up on the StanStore. I'm going to leave it there. The content is going to start getting added to the private platform in which you can access next week. Next Tuesday, next Thursday will be the first actual pieces. Again, I'm just putting this out there right now so that the foundation can be laid for people who want to take the next step in accessing the content that I'm providing. But in general, like I said, our primary focus, 4,000 people, 1 song, StanStore, April 30th. I'm going to be rolling out this content all next week. I'm going to be dropping those 2 to 3 big moves. Like I told y'all, we've already had 3 supporters. Only 3,997 to go. Do you understand what I'm talking about? So shout out my 3 day ones. I know there's people that are going to be like, only 3. But guess what? It's 3 believers. If I did 3, I can do 3,997. Like, it's just a matter of reaching those people and motivating them. So, straight up, like, I know that this is going to be a big thing for everyone involved, and we're coming together. We're changing the game. Thank you guys for your support. StanStore, link in my bio. Pearl Vault, that's if you want to take it to the next level. Let's do it. I'm about to take it back to the roots. It's 2025. Ever since I moved to Cali, I got 5 years worth of connections. And that's not even including the people in Louisiana who I shot videos for, but I got a list of people who I've helped do a lot of things. Get loans, get grants, collect producer royalties. I'm about to spin the block. And I'm about to hit everyone and tell them my mission and tell them what I'm on. This is about leads. 4,000 people. I can reach 4,000 people. I've helped a lot of people do a lot of things. And when I make this like a movement and then I show people what's possible, they're going to join in. And I'm also going to use the fact, I'm going to say, if I ever helped you do anything, I made a lot of people a lot of money. If I ever helped you do anything, here's how you can help me. Straight up. Let's call it the real ones. I'm about to tap in with the people that I know. And then, yeah, we're going to scale from there. Tap in with the people that we don't know. Going viral again. Let's do it. Listen, it's no shame. If you know me in real life and you're getting these texts that I'm sending out right now, this is what it takes to reach the next level. I got no shame. I'm asking everybody I ever helped in life, do anything. Elevated Sound 001. We are changing the game. Like, I'm asking everybody. There's no excuse, no shame. I'm texting everybody. I already know buku people are going to be inspired. I've helped so many people over the course of 5 years, ever since I got to LA. Even before, when I was in BR shooting videos, like, I'm texting everybody. No shame. Like, I'm going in my phone from 2020. If you ever texted me and I ever helped anybody do anything till now, you are getting a message from me. This is how dedicated and serious I am about 4,000 copies by April 30th. Let's go. And the same rule applies. I done made a lot of people a lot of money. Facts. Oh, I done made a lot of people a lot of money doing a lot of different things. So I'm on grounds to ask. I'm on grounds. You feel me? I understand it was commissions given, but I'm on grounds. I done helped a lot of people do things that was very helpful in their times. And shoot, in general, enhance their image, get to the next level, get connected, all kind of things. So guess what? I'm sending that text. It's no shame. Family members, y'all getting one too. Straight up. What's the difference? Selling merch, selling a song. I am changing the game. And the same rule applies if I shopped with you. Because it's one thing when I done made people money and helped people, I feel like I'm on grounds. But if I shopped with you, if I broke bread with you, and I made you money, now I'm coming in like, hey, my turn. $25. Let's change the game. And this is for a mission. This is a mission. This is an assignment. Like, straight up, y'all know I'm going to do it. 4,000 copies, y'all know I'm going to do it. And what's going to happen? There's going to be an entire industry shift. Like, there's going to be an industry shift. It's going to be news. Like, Energyy sells 4,000 copies. Like, do y'all understand? Mainstream artists, when they drop their debut album, they doing like 10K. Me doing 4,000 through a StanStore, no streams? Bruh. Never been done before. So why not join in? And if you are a person that don't know me in real life and you witnessing this, this is why you should believe. Because if somebody gonna accomplish their goals, it's gonna be me. I'm not lying, y'all. I'm going through a whole, like, revelation out here in DR. I told y'all that my dream ever since a child was to be signed, right? To have a record deal. And the more I grew up or evolved and helped other people in their music business, I came to understand what a record deal really is. And through the comparisons of like I used to help people get loans. I used to, like, when the pandemic was happening, I was helping people get loans when I first moved to LA. So understanding even the process of getting loans, right? Your credit got to be right. You got to have a qualifying income. In a similar sense, like, getting a record deal is like the same way. The credit and the qualifying income to the labels is like the amount of streams, right? Like, how many hard copy ticket sales are you doing? Like, all these things that qualify you to get the advance. The advance being the loan. And when I took a debt-free approach, that's why a lot of people were like, why you didn't just finance the G-Wagon? Because last year, God woke me up like, It's not in my plans for you or none of my people to be in debt. Debt is a trap, a lie, a bondage. That's not freedom. So if you're going to buy something, pay for it cash. That whole American dream of credit and leveraging debt, it's a lie. Like, it's so much weight on your shoulders. Like, if you really had a choice to be 100% debt free and owe nobody, or be so-called perceived to be rich, but then you're like $100 million in debt, but you're leveraging debt, like, which one would you really choose? Like, which one would you really choose? I feel like all people who are in debt, if they had a choice on immediately liberating themselves, they would. Like, if they're telling you they want to stay in debt, I feel like it's a lie. So what I'm saying is, when people are like, why you didn't just finance your G-Wagon? It's because I had already woken up out of the debt mindset. I don't want to owe nobody. I don't care about credit. I don't care about no trade lines. I went through that. Anybody that know me in real life know, to be honest, I was helping people fix their freaking credit. I was helping people get loans, do all kinds of stuff. And then I fell back because I'm like, wait a minute. This is ridiculous. Like, it seems like a come up, but it's not, because you owe somebody. And then you take a cut of it, but that person owes somebody for 10, 20 years. It's not ethical. Like, so I took a debt-free mindset. Like, I don't want to owe nobody. Like, even when it comes to rotating expenses, I want all my expenses paid a year out. I don't even want to be because life should not be measured by bill dates. We are human beings that have purposes and creativity. Why is life measured by a rotating bill date? That's like that system stuff. So I did not want to finance the G-Wagon or lease the G-Wagon because I don't want to owe nobody. I want to walk off the lot and be like, sayonara. Okay, so back to the record deal situation. My whole dream for so many years, like, record deal. Oh, Divance, you're going to get $1 million. But it's like, you owe $1 million. Like, it's cool because it looks like you just got in with the label. Like, you take the picture at the office, you feel me? You stamped, you validated, you successful. But what really happened here? You took a loan and now you about to spend buku time trying to pay it back. So with this new business model that I've implemented, $25 for one song. First of all, yes, I am going against the grain. I'm going against the grain because who set the price of a song? Like, who said? First of all, I think I speak for every artist when I say we actually spend time coming up with them lyrics, picking the beat. Like, I get some people freestyle, some people just, get a YouTube beat, but people is spending time making the beat, coming up with the lyrics, and then getting it to the point of being presentable, artwork, this, that, visuals. Why is the song $1.29? Why is the song 99 cents? Some of y'all really got the audacity. Y'all selling the song for 49 cents. What is happening? What is happening? And then the streaming concept is like, you gotta do 1 million streams to get about 3 to 4K on Spotify. You got to reach 1 million people to get 3 to 4K. With my business model, you only got to reach 4,000 to make $100,000. See, the industry people, they got the artist trapped. And I'm really waking up out of this. That's crazy. Me, I'm the one, everybody who know me, bro, I'm the one who will always talk about the record deal. Now I feel like me selling 4,000 copies at $25 a piece to a real fan base, and I'm making $100K a month. Tell me why I would want to take your loan. Why would I want to take your loan and owe you when I'm free, for real? And that's why I say this is about faith-based action, divine alignment, and divine purpose. I feel like God put me on this. That's why I said it's an assignment. I feel like God put me on this to wake y'all up. And yes, my nail broke, but God put me on this to wake y'all up. He don't want his people slaves. Slaves. Proverbs, the rich rule over the poor and the borrower is a slave to the lender. So long as you sign that record deal, you are a slave. If you take an advance, I'll say, if you take an advance. Now, if you got something going on where, you feel me, you maybe just do all marketing partnership or tour support, partnership as a service, that's different. But so long as you take out that advance, you owe somebody. Like, same way you sign a loan, it's a slave. You want to know why it's slave? Because with bills, every month you got to pay them people. With the record deal, you don't get no more money till you pay them people. Like, and I get it. Some of these companies are owned by great people. They may not have that sort of malintention, but at the end of the day, their job is to make money by whatever means necessary. Well, you know what? Like I told y'all, I'm changing the game. Yesterday, when I sent out those text messages to all those artists who I've helped a lot of people. Even a year and a half ago when I was helping artists get artist grants. And I sent them my text message that I'm selling a song. I have the audacity to sell a song for $25. See, they wanted to sell y'all the dream that you need to bundle clothes, or you need to bundle vinyls, or you need to sell a ticket with it to get the songs. Why? Like, I spent at least 4 hours on the song. I spent at least 5 hours on the song. That's $5 an hour. That's not... Y'all are getting paid more than that, the minimum wage jobs. So, I'm just saying, like, I feel like I was called on a divine purpose to wake independent artists up and let y'all know you're not supposed to struggle. Art is a gift. If you have been blessed with the ability to make a song, make it rhyme, make it sound good, make the beat, mix and master, whatever you do, songwrite, you are not supposed to be struggling. Take control of your art. Put your own price. Cut the DSPs. You actually have to be bold enough to believe you can do it. You're going to have to step out a little bit. You feel me? You're going to have to sell it direct, like how I'm doing, to get it going and build a fan base. But you need to treat it like sales if you want to make a living. Don't wait on the record deal, because the day you wait on the record deal, it's going to be a loan anyway, and you're going to owe somebody, and then basically you're going to lose potential control, and then you're going to be sitting up there with the victim mentality anyway. So 4,000 people, $25, that's $100K. Some people are signing record deals for $100K, but they spent their whole life getting the amount of streams. Listen, if you believe in this vision and you want to be liberated, bruh, support me, because I'm changing the game. And I'm really laying out the blueprint for how you can do it too. StanStore, link in my bio. Pearl Energy, Elevated Sound 001, $25. I'm on a mission to reach 4,000 people by April 30th. Let's do it. This is a God-ordained assignment, really. It's like, let my people go type situation. Hey guys, just saying I'm super proud of myself. This morning I woke up, implemented my 4,000 records by April 30th morning routine. Got up 6 a.m. Was almost talking myself out of it. I'm like, let me sleep in. I'm like, okay. I did my meditation, got up, went on my morning walk, did my affirmations. You feel me? Got dressed. I'm on a schedule. We got breakfast by a certain time. We're reading. We're doing content creation. We're editing. We're mass reaching people on DMs and emails. And today I am sending out my email subscription e-blast for the announcement of the movement. I imported all of my email leads from when I used to help people with grants, and I also imported emails that I had from when I would reach out to people on my two of my business emails, not my main one, because the main one, I gotta go through that. I probably got like over 3,000. I'm gonna do it, but I gotta take out all the label people. I gotta really go through it. So this is something that I always want to do. I always want to set my email up. I always wanted to send out email blasts, and I did it today. I did it. I learned it. I did it. No excuse. So I'll show you guys what it looks like. Thanks to ChatGPT, we got this wording. And right now we're about to, with the click of a button, reach over 650 people straight to their email. And I'm telling them the truth, 4,000 people by April 30th. So it's no excuse. We are planting 600 seeds today. Let's do it. Glory to God. So this is the email. 4,000 people, one global shift at UN. No labels, no limits, just legacy. I curated this personal message to inspire people to buy the song. I did this on ConvertKit. April 15th, day 2 of mass email campaign. Last night, yesterday I sent out 676, and those were from my so-so emails. One was an email that I had involving the grants. That was a large list, 400 plus independent artists, and then 100 and something from the Pearl Energy email, and then just over 100 from my what's it called? This other booking email I used to have. So I exported the contact list from my main email, the one that I'd have done some foundational work on, and it was over 4,000. It was like just shy of 4,300. I think it was like in between 4,000 and 4,400, which I felt like was confirmation that my number is very realistic. But I did, meaning my goal is to sell 4,000 by April 30th. But I did want to go through that because it's a lot of label people, a lot of industry folk, and that's not who I'm looking to push this to. I know they're going to find out and want to be a part of what I got going on, but I feel like this. I feel like I tried to tell y'all who I was going to be. I tried to tell y'all about the music. I tried to sell you on the vision. Y'all wanted me to get a certain amount of streams. All right, I'm about to play the game my way. I'm selling real records for $25 a piece. I am a money magnet, and $25 a piece is never heard of for just a song. So I narrowed down that list, took out all the label people, took out all the other random things that are irrelevant, spam, auto reply, and it condensed itself to 2,372. So I'm about to hit 2,000 people right now. I have done my best to filter through this, but at the end of the day, I am not going to sit here and manually search who is every person. Some people who work for the industry may use their Gmail, and I'm not about to sit up there and spend more time on trying to figure out who is who. One thing I do know, I've done it to the best of my ability to take out the people that I know for sure work for the labels, and also attorneys, anybody who, that's, I'm not trying to spam their email, but at the end of the day, the world is going to find out anyway. So I've just done my best to filter through who I'm offering the opportunity to be one of the first 4,000. I know this is going to cause an uproar, but the fact that it's been condensed down from just over 4,000 to 2,300 something, that should say a lot about how many people got cut out. But for all I know, there could still be some label person sitting in the midst of it as far as somebody that uses their personal Gmail. It's out of my control. And I'm taking a risk. I'm putting it out there. I'm going to send the email template that I sent yesterday, import these new subscribers into my hub, and blast it out. Pull up, bro. You feel me? Because I've been getting supporters buying my song all week, despite the controversy. I want to give a special shout out to my boy J.O., bro. We done locked in. We done did some music business. We done made some money. We done did some things. He just turned me up. He just bought Elevated Sound 001. To be honest, I probably turned him up because now I already know him. I know him. He over there like, I'm about to sell my song direct. I already know he about to try to do it. So, shout out my boy J.O. Hey, you to turn me up, bro. You turn me up. The beat is fire, but the words, they're degrading, toxic, and influencing people to stay stuck. I got fed up with that. So, I decided to create something real. I got tired of hip-hop only being accepted when it was vulgar, influencing people in the wrong direction, and glorifying the worst parts of our culture, but because the beat was tight, you couldn't help but replay it. I was looking for someone who actually made music that helped me in life. Music that when I sang the words over myself, I actually started making moves and elevating. Someone who was not corny, but had that next level sound. But I couldn't find anyone. So, I decided to become what I was looking for. Hi, my name is Energyy. I'm an independent artist, and I make music that speaks to your future, not your fears. Music that actually reminds you of who you are, what you're capable of, and pushes you to become all you were created to be. Not corny, not cringe, still swag, still fire, still got the tight beat. But it's with lyrics that actually help you level up. Now, I used to be the girl who would make and replay sad, toxic, heartbreak songs because I was thinking it was just vibes. I used to keep on repeat violent, vulgar raps because the beat turned me up. Until I realized that I was actually programming my own mind to stay in negative cycles, attract unfavorable outcomes, and go in the opposite direction of where I was actually looking to go, which was towards success and fulfillment. So I decided to stop consuming what was not serving me and create what could serve us all. Now, one thing I realized when it comes to why this type of music is so hard to come across is because the industry people, they don't prioritize it, which means it doesn't really get pushed. Now, why do they do that? It's because they don't think that it can sell. Well, I'm changing that, and I'm doing it on my own terms. I actually just released a record called Elevated Sound 001 a few days ago. Now, here's the kicker. It's not on Apple Music. It's not on Spotify. It's not on YouTube. I cut the middleman. It's only available exclusively on my StanStore for direct purchase. Mainly because the people who believe in this movement of bringing motivational, inspirational rap back to the forefront of hip hop, and people who are looking for this type of music, they deserve access to something that the rest of the world don't even know exists yet. So if you are one of those people, join the club. Grab the record and let's show the world what happens when we take our power back. Comment Pearl below and I'll DM you the link to get it right now. If you're an independent artist, it's time to wake up. You don't really want that record deal. What you really want is to quit that day job or side hustle. You want to earn a real living off your music? You want to be established, be heard, be recognized, famous. You want to be able to afford nice things, take trips, all that. But for some reason, record labels have painted themselves out to be like the only way to get there. Now, how do they do that? Because they sold you the dream on the record deal. Even worse, they may have sold you the dream on the $1 million record deal. You think you can only get $1 million in music if you get a deal. Yeah, and I used to be in that loop too. I used to think, basically, the record deal was going to save me and basically allow me freedom in art. But the truth is, it's nothing more than a glorified loan. And the day you chose to wait on it is the day you handed out your power. It's time to take it back. I broke that loop. I got out of that cycle. And I said to myself, first of all, me being independent is a blessing because I get to decide how much my music costs. I get to put the value on my music. If I'm signed, guess what? I got to play by industry rules and put my stuff on DSPs and play into the streaming game and get paid pennies on the dollar. Well, since I've decided to be the leader in this shift, I am calling for all independent artists who believe in this movement, who want to actually break free from old rules and earn a real living from their art, to support my movement. I am selling my unreleased song, Elevated Sound 001, on a StanStore for $25 a copy to show you what's possible when independent artists rally together. I'm on a mission to reach 4,000 people by April 30th. That's 400 a day. We got 10 days left, okay? If I sell 4,000 copies by April 30th, do you understand that is $100,000 in revenue? Right now, you are chasing streams. You are putting all these videos out on TikTok, Instagram, trying to drive traffic to a streaming link, get paid pennies on the dollar, and then at a 2-month delay to maybe get a phone call from a record label to maybe have them sign you. Don't you want to make a real living? It's time we change the game. Now join my movement by buying my song on my StanStore, link in my bio, and let me show you what's possible for you. All right, guys. April 21st, 12:55. I've been up, did my morning routine, and I already posted my first rally video. Now I'm e-blasting it out. This is what it's going to look like. 10 days left to join the movement that will change. That will shift the music industry forever. I think I wanted to say that will change the music industry forever. More powerful. 10 days left. Join the movement that will change the music industry forever. Yes. Okay. You've been working in a loop. Time to break it. They told us to chase streams. I'm here to sell truth and start a revolution. This video breaks it down. Look at that. Record label sold you the dream that a record deal is the only way to be successful in music. I never thought I'd be doing anything like this. I was the main one who wanted a deal. Hey, we're looking to reach 400 people a day. 400 purchases a day. Here's my email to 2,000 of them right now. Almost 2,500. Let's go. 10 days. I'm committed to maintaining unwavering faith that I will sell 4,000 copies of Elevated Sound 001 and gross $100,000 in record sales by April 30th, 2025, and putting forth extraordinary effort until I do. No matter what, there is no other option. That is what this is. Let's go, praise the Lord. If you're somebody who makes music and you've been on this app trying to blow up, get a little viral video, a couple million streams, you've been working in a loop. Why? Why are you doing that? Because most likely you think that if your song blows up on TikTok or Instagram and you get 1 million views on a reel or a TikTok, all of a sudden your streams will blow up and then a record label is going to call you and then you're going to get a record deal and you're going to be rich and everyone in your family going to be all lit because you made it. And while that can happen, we've seen it happen for people. It's a very slim possibility. And you're spending all your time sitting up here dropping videos, trying to basically force the algorithm to be in your favor using all these hashtags to so-called blow up one day. You're hustling backwards. I used to be like that. I used to sit up here and chase streams and try to basically wait on a day for me to get signed. The record deal was like the epitome of success to me. And most likely it's the epitome of success to you, which is why right now, most likely you as a struggling artist trying to basically make a living, but you doing a side hustle, side job, and it ain't working out. It's time to change the game. Aren't you fed up? Aren't you actually fed up of sitting up here waiting on a record deal? You're not supposed to be struggling. So here's what I've done. Okay, I'm the leader of this shift. I have uploaded a never before heard, never before previewed on no social media record to a StanStore. I am treating my music like a digital product and I am selling it direct to fan for $25. I cut the DSPs. I'm done with the streaming game to make a living because as independent artists need to realize that I realized we're actually in a better position than the signed ones because we get to say how much our music costs. We get to drop when we want. We get to promote how we want. But the record labels got y'all thinking that being independent is the worst position. So look, if anything I said on this video woke you up and you realize, oh snap, I actually did hand my power off to the labels. I'm waiting on the day for me to blow up, to make it, to get 1 million views. Join my movement, because I am getting 4,000 people to back me by April 30th. We got 10 days left. That's 400 people a day to back me, because I'm here to show what you can do as an independent artist when you sell your music at your own price. $25 a copy, 4,000 people. Do you understand that's $100,000? Have you ever made $100,000 off your music and streams? You get 1 million streams on Spotify, you getting $3,000 to $4,000 at a 2-month delay. Join my movement, bruh. I'm changing the game, and I'm laying out the pathway for you to do it too. It's always got to be somebody to do it first before everybody do it. I'm gonna be the first one. $25 a copy. StanStore, link in my bio. 4,000 people. Let's do it. Pearl Energy. I'm here to change the game. All right, y'all. I did my 2 rally videos for today. I am now about to share motivational, inspirational footage of me. My documentary footage, it's crazy. It's crazy because I'm literally looking at the screenshots of when it came out. I have screenshots of Instagram. When you see Instagram back then, I have screenshots about Instagram look back then when people were saying such positive things about it. It's good to witness someone strive for success and make dreams come true. Jade, you are my inspiration. Like, look at this. Look at how Instagram looked. This is screenshots from 2013. I have this stuff. I'm like that type of person. I have this stuff. I have like so much amazing archives. I'm in my room talking to the camera, and I think that's the best way the documentary is going to get done, because you know what's freaking crazy? I'm in here talking about freaking documentary, and it's like Journey to the G-Wagon is a documentary, and it's like, it's the same, like, it's freaking like, I already did this. I already inspired people and inspired the world in 2013 with the autobiographical documentary. Trust me, I was not thinking about this documentary when I was doing Journey to the G-Wagon. Just like, I want to document my story of the G-Wagon, but it's like, that's how you know it's going to happen. Like, it's already done. It's already, like, I already did this. I already lived this. I'm literally looking at this footage. And the fact that I didn't even know until I rewatched this, I actually attempted to film a professional interview for this documentary back in 2013, where I sat down, had a professional camera, had an interviewer, asked me questions, and I wanted it to look like a professional documentary. I said in here in 2013 that I attempted to do that twice, but I felt like it wasn't authentic. I felt like it wasn't real. I want my documentary to be real. So I said, scratch the sit down professional interview. I'm going to just talk to the camera. I'm going to just talk to the camera, and it's going to be authentic, because I know that's going to be basically the best outcome as far as organicness goes. And I did not freaking think of that when I was doing Journey to the G-Wagon, or when I've been doing the footage I've been doing. But it's like, I lived this before. I lived this. Remember who you are. Like, it's right here. I was freaking 15 years old. 10 years ago. Wait a minute. Longer than that. 12 years ago. The heck? All right. So, one thing I've come to understand and repeatedly prove to myself is the power of authenticity. I mean, time and time again, when I tell my real life, when I show my truth, like, and I lay it on the line, just like how I did a few weeks ago when I told the world that I ordered a custom G-Wagon, and another celebrity rapper bought it and he gifted it to his girlfriend, and that blew up. And then the world watched as I continued to take faith-based action towards attaining it back. and then shifting to an effort for Mercedes-Benz sponsorship, considering my content that I had already been filming for 4+ years about me getting a G-Wagon in a documentary I called Journey to the G-Wagon. Just that recent experience proved to me even more so the power of truth-telling, authenticity, and originality. So I'm just gonna try that strategy again with what I'm doing right now. So currently I am in Dominican Republic at a villa resort. I left the United States in March, end of March, because I got tired of the living in a loop cycle that I was doing, involving just doing the most to so-called keep up with LA, and God bless me and sustain me, but I felt like I had hit a ceiling. And so it was almost like, why am I still here? Like, I had already outgrown the whole networking, and obviously you can always still meet more people, but it's just like where I was at, what I was looking to create for my own self and my career as an artist. I didn't need to be in LA to do that anymore. Everything I was doing was from the crib. I got the home studio. I have a background in video production, so all my content is in-house. I edit my own videos. I don't need to be anywhere specific to thrive. So I felt like I was just at a ceiling in LA, and why was I here? Just to be here to say I'm here? Like, I want to travel the world. I want to go and live the beach life. I like the beach more. So at first I was considering Miami, but then I was like, it's a lot of humidity, and also it's a lot of rain. And in general, I also like islands, resorts, villas, things like that. So I said, I'm about to go to DR. Like, I've been there before. I liked it. And there's more places that I have on my list, but I went to DR first because it really stuck with me last year when I went for my birthday. So I'm here in Dominican Republic, and I basically, when I left LA, my vision for myself became really clear. Like, I got out of the noise. So that's a piece of advice for anyone who's looking to get clarity on their next steps. Isolate yourself, get out of your current cycle, and you'll be able to hear God more clearly. So when I left LA, I had an epiphany regarding my own career as an artist. I just was like, okay, what is your goal here? From the jump, the reason why you even moved to LA was to become a mainstream rapper. Like, you've been rapping since 2017 professionally. You changed your name to Pro Energy in 2019. You've been shooting music videos and going to platforms and going to different cities and investing, spending money, taking trips, investing in image, doing all this stuff, going to these conferences, going shows, like so much. Like, this ain't no overnight. Like, you literally, and you've been around big people, you've gotten in rooms, you've had label meetings, you've pitched other people, you've managed people, you pitched yourself, you've done all this stuff. And what is it that you're trying to do here? Like, well, at first I was trying to like get my own record deal, because I felt like getting a record deal was what was the missing piece between me going to the next level. I was thinking that if I get a record deal, I'm gonna blow up. I'm gonna be mainstream and big like the people that I look up to, and that I looked up to more heavily even when I was coming up as a kid, who inspired me to do music. So I felt like the record deal was the missing piece. So I had spent all this time, as I was making money in LA, investing in my image, investing in the music, mix and master, like promoting. I will say I spent less on marketing than I probably should have, and then more on the image. But like, I felt like, because I had also taken the time to learn the business, and I had creative control over my own image, and I knew what my sound was, it was distinct, and my message was motivational inspiration. So I was coming like unlike anyone else, and I'm a female, so I just stand out. I felt like I could get myself a deal. So I basically like spent a lot of time getting in with labels on business stuff involving other people. There was people I helped get certain deals, collect royalties, do all this. But I will say I only ever actually pitched my own self once. And it was to a label that had sort of relaunched. It was a label underneath the wing of Capital Christian Music Group. They went by the name of Tamala Records. So this was a label that relaunched from the 90s as literally, they claim to be a major label centered around motivational, inspirational artists who make secular music but are Christians. So I'm like, somebody put me on them, and they were like, yo, your music, like, you need to get with them. So, I had already built up my skill set on how to reach out. I have an attorney, so I had already figured out how to get the email, who I need to reach out to, what to say, get the call, pitch yourself. And I did that. And basically I got the call. This was fall of last year. And on paper, I was an exact match to what they were looking for. I have to show y'all exactly the description of the label. But I felt like this was my ticket. Now, even though I knew that I wasn't coming in with a significant amount of leverage, because I get it, the music industry is about the stats, the numbers, as far as what they try to tell you to do, which is have millions of streams. That's de-risked, and that's why we'll give you a deal. I felt like because I was an exact match to what they were looking for as a newly launched label, that I could make the money regardless of what the stats are. I got the vision, and I'm determined, and I'm committed, and the evidence shows. Go look me up. I've been doing this. I do this full time. And pretty much they asked me for music. And I went and I was creating specific new song heat. I pretty much made a whole album just trying to win them over. It was some of my best songs so far. It was when I really got in my motivational, inspirational bag, and I was sending them the stuff, and I never heard from them after. They were saying they were trying to fly me out. They were trying to, and it's no shade. I know these people just have, jobs is what they do for a living, but that's what really made me come to a point all right, this is backwards thinking. Y'all want numbers, y'all want streams, but I got vision past artists who have numbers and streams who just catch a viral moment. So why am I sitting up here trying to strive for streams just so you could put me in a position to say, can you do it again? When I've already invested so much into this, I'm definitely dedicated. My music sounds great. It sounds great. I got the image. I got the sound. I got the plugs for the beats, everything. I feel like I should be at this point getting a return on investment with what I got going on. So I basically shifted because I only was going for the deal because I'm thinking that was the next step towards success, and that's how I was going to get my bag. But when I got the DR, I shifted my whole mindset, and I was like, this is backwards thinking. You chasing a deal, but whole time is actually a loan. You got to pay that back. Why don't you just sell your music direct and hit your fan, build a real fan base anyway? You already know the label's going to end up calling you then because, you selling hard copy music, but it won't even matter at that point because you're actually making a real living off your music. That's what this is about anyway. Serving a purpose, creating motivational, inspirational music, and making a living off of it because you're providing value. So that's the story. That's where I'm at. If you want to support, the StanStore link in my bio. I'm selling a record right now for $25. One thing I've learned in life is that nothing takes you farther than authenticity. So I'm going to tell you guys the full story on how I recently was rejected by a record label that on paper, I literally was the exact match of what they claimed to be looking for. But apparently what I was doing or what the music or what, I don't know, it wasn't good enough, so to speak, or they had other plans. And then I'm going to tell you exactly why that moment led me to do exactly what I'm doing right now, which is because I never sit in victim mentality. I always persevere and take control of my life, and that's part of what I promote anyway. So the label is called Tamla Records. So a quick Google search of Tamla Records tells us that it was relaunched in 2023 as a mainstream imprint specializing in positive R&B and hip-hop music. Okay, so out the gate, that is sounding like, okay, now keep in mind, somebody put me onto them and said, your music, because of what you're doing, it's hip-hop, but it's positive. You're trying to make people, become the best version of themselves through rap, but it's not corny. Basically, you should try to get in with them. So I pursued that. Okay, now that's just a general summary of what they are. Now let's go to the next one. Okay, so this is a breakdown of one of the executives who was overseeing the label back in 2023 when it relaunched, by the name of EJ Gaines. He was describing what Tamla Records was supposed to be perceived as. So, being that it's under Capital Christian Music Group, it is under the Capital Christian Universal Music Christian sector. He mentions big artists under that, and then says, but there are a bunch of creatives that are not doing gospel or faith music that way. They want their music to be competitive with what they listen to outside of gospel. Okay, but increasingly, mainstream music has not been a place where Christian creatives can find themselves very easily. That's because the lines have been drawn so distinctly that in order to go mainstream, these creators feel they have to compromise their values, messages, and lyricism. They're finding themselves without a space to live in. They want to find their own positive, non-explicit, but non-corny lane. Okay, so the part that really made me like, oh, was the part where they said exactly what I told y'all. Competing with mainstream music, but positive, non-explicit, but non-corny. That's me. Next. So then look at this. They said what we're trying to do is identify significant mainstream. Something I always call myself. And people tell me I sound like partners making music who just happen to be Christians, but they don't want to be referred to as gospel. Okay, they say or inspirational. I do be calling myself inspirational though. Okay. On paper, Pearl Energy's brand is literally an exact match to this. Now, my music is fuego. Like, I got the drip.
Always had that bread, but I know I won't forget sacrifices. Long nights, moving with the wind, I was steady taking flights, yeah. It paid off, paid off. It paid off, yeah, it paid off. I'ma win a Grammy, I can see it now. Did it for my family, know I made them proud. Used to whip a Camry, now I'm whipping something fancy. I had breakfast in Miami, and I told the lady I want a mimosa, please, for the coastal breeze. Turn up with my I'ma toast with ease. I be overseas, fur coat won't breeze. Mainstream, not inside your local steez. All it take is one time for you to really catch a play. One time, that's why I'm grinding every day. All it take is one. All they take is one. My life gon' change this. All they take is one. All they take is hands in the air. If you ever been doubted, you deserve it all, cause you know you been bout it. Put your hands in the air. If you ever been doubted, you the one that's making noise, but you know the move is silent. I came this far cause all that talking gave me ammunition. I rock this ice all on my wrist to show my time is different. I had a dream and it grew wings, I learned to fly alone. But when you come up from the trenches, that's just how I go. I pop out different, rock out different.
So in September of 2024, I actually pitched myself to this label. Me and my attorney, we went at them, and I felt like because of my talent, my vision, my dedication, that I was more than qualified to get with them. And I felt like at that time that a record deal was like the thing between me and the next level of my career, going mainstream. So, and then, you know, as much as I've invested in this, straight up, I'm looking to get a return on my investment. I'm ready to get my bag. So I'm thinking the record deal is the route. So I ended up getting a call with these people. The guy who I was on there with, he said he loved my energy. They want to fly me out. He gonna pitch me to the next person. And they asked for unreleased music. They asked for more music. So I was like making new tracks, like stuff right then and there, like heat. So because I knew the value in fresh music, and I was making it specifically catered towards some of my best songs, motivational, inspirational, like straight up. I made pretty much like a whole album just trying to win them over. And they basically did not get back to me. Now, I know how the game go. You know, I don't know if it was a matter of just because I ain't have the numbers, or if they actually didn't like my image, like the whatever. But I know for a fact the music is heat, because I wouldn't have even been recommended to pitch myself to them by another industry professional if I was trash. Also, I personally, after this experience, and then having gone through over and over in the past before this, just idolizing a record deal, all of that plus this experience really made me wake up like, there's no point in continuing to try to overly strive to win the approval of a record company when, well, number one, the record deal is nothing more than a loan, so you're gonna owe that back. And also, what is this really about? This is about being able to thrive and make a living off of your art. So you got the record deal in your mind as the missing link between you and doing that. But in all actuality, the missing link between you and the freedom you desire when it comes to your life, and then connecting your music with it, is just having a real fan base. So I basically stopped trying to go after a label. I stopped trying to chase streams and play by their rules, because we're only doing the streaming thing to basically what? Look good to a label and be on there with the other mainstream artists who are signed. But you don't make any money. And it's just like, for what point? You spend all this money on image, videos, marketing, mix and match. Like, what's the point? So I actually revolutionized the way that I am selling my music. I have a record right now called Elevated Sound 001. I've coded it under an exclusive name because it's something that I have not previewed on social media at all. And I'm selling it on a StanStore. I am now treating my music like a digital product, and I am building a real fan base. At the end of the day, I'm an exact match to what that screenshot showed. I know that I make positive, motivational, inspirational, fire freaking music that's not corny. Still got fire beats. But I'm not sitting up here waiting on a label anymore. Like, I'm not. As far as the people who want to support me and believe in my new business model, which also helps liberate artists because we break the system with the streaming. We can now sell direct to fan and actually make a real living. If you want to support, StanStore, link in my bio. You can grab the record, Elevated Sound 001. This is a real life testimony about basically getting rejected by a label, but this is not the first time that I've actually interacted with labels. This is just the first time in recent years that I've pitched myself. And it's crazy that despite being an exact match on paper, just because there wasn't enough streams, like, I just think that's crazy. So at this point, it's like, what's the point? Like, you might as well just focus on making a real living and having a real fan base, because it never really was about the deal. It was about freedom. So if you guys want to support, link in bio. Thanks. Like, with me being woke about the labels, even the line where I say, I just signed for the 3, I don't want to owe $3 million. So I changed that to, I changed the Mercedes line from I'm paying cash for the G to Mercedes just sponsored the G. And then I was like, I want to change that. I just signed for the 3 line. And I was like, what am I going to change that to? Because I like how 3 is rhyming, but what am I going to say? And then I was like, what if I say, instead of sign for where I owe, what if I say, I really just ran up the 3? And then I started thinking, I was like, because my mind has always been, once I got on this plate with selling songs for $25, I had already thought of a couple days ago about how I could become a millionaire with this. Basically, I do, like what we talked about, I do the first song, 4,000 copies, that's 100,000. The rule to getting a million is you do it 10 times. Okay, so then I do it one more time, 200,000, but then I drop the album. And then all you need is the same 4,000 people to buy 8 more of the songs off the album. And now you're a millionaire. So I had only been thinking about a millionaire. I hadn't thought about running up the 3. Because I was thinking about that line, and I was like, if I say I really just ran up the 3, first thing that came to my mind, I was like, how many records I got to sell to run up 3 million? And I pulled out my calculator, and I did the math, 3 million divided by 25. And then I saw it was like 120,000 copies. And my jaw literally dropped because I'm like, dang, 120,000 copies? Can I really run up 120,000? And then I started to think, and I was like, well, shoot, you get the Mercedes-Benz sponsorship, you're on a freaking national scale. You should be able to freaking sell 120,000 copies. Like, what the heck? Like, you're everywhere. Like, and then it hit me. This is the part when I immediately called you. I actually had this all on video. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, 120,000. I was like, that's not even what these labels are considering gold. I was like, that's not even half of gold. Gold is 500,000. And then I was like, how much money would I have if I went gold my way? And I did the math. 500,000 copies at $25. Devin, that is $12 million. Do you understand going gold my way is $12 million? Going gold the label way. 75 million streams. You know how much that is? 75 million streams. Spotify, roughly, call it 3,500 per million. 3,500 times 75. Devin, that's $262,000. Going gold my way is 12 million. They're not even giving you half a ticket, Devin. You just sold 500,000 copies and you got less than 300,000. Now, if it was on Spotify, if it was on Apple Music, okay, you get about 7,000 per million. At the best case, call it 7,500. 7,500 times 75 million streams. That's $562,000, Evan. Just over half a ticket. But you mean to tell me I do a fraction of this, 120,000 copies. I got 3 mil. I go gold my way. I have 12 million. And then I sat there and I said, so wait a minute. Platinum, 1 million copies. I have $24 million? What?
Yeah, that moment, you hear me? One song, most definitely. Be like, if I do, I want to drop a new.
Like, this is so crazy. People sell, and this is so realistic, because people are selling t-shirts and hoodies for $25 and $40, and they going crazy on the TikTok shops. They getting 100,000 in sales. We talking about music. One song. You mean to tell me? I stopped playing the streaming game. I convert fans to actually buy the song like a digital product. I turn into a millionaire and can rinse and repeat, like I can run this up, like I can just drop one song. I won't need DSPs. Like I could just do one song a month. Like that's freaking crazy. You really have 120,000 people that spent $25 with you. You can run it back. Like you can literally just run it back. Even if a fraction of them buy it, 50,000, you're still getting M's. That's freaking crazy. Is this not? Oh my goodness. I gotta share this. Cause I was just thinking about the 100,000. I need to tell people this whole going gold platinum concept, boy, they got y'all running in loops trying to get 75 million streams, 150 million streams to get half a ticket. You go gold my way, you have $12 million. That is more than they're willing to sign you for. And you don't owe it. How come nobody ever did this before? At this point, I didn't even realize when I came up with this idea for the $25 for one song, trust me, I was just thinking about a number that was easy to say. You know, y'all be selling t-shirts that y'all be wearing one time and put away, wash it, never wear it again. I could sell a song, shoot, I paid for the beat. We paying for the beat. YouTube beat $30. Professional beat $500 to $10,000. Why the song less than that? So I just put it at 25. I did not sit up here and think about quantifying label or industry accolades with that. So now sitting up here and realizing going gold is $12 million with my business model, and going platinum is $24 million. Please tell me why you would ever want to sign anything with them. You wouldn't even want to get with them to let them in on nothing. For what? I don't even need your marketing now. And it's so possible though, because like, Devin, there are people selling t-shirts. People are like them TikTok shops. They're reaching 500,000 people. They're reaching 1 million people. It's very possible to reach that. Why has nobody ever thought to sell a song for that? Why is an album $12? Why is not the one song $20 or $25? I don't understand that. Y'all talk about inflation for everything else, and all the prices in the stores are going up, but why the music not going up? That right there, they're gonna be like, how did you do this? And then so many independent artists are gonna come behind me too, which is like so good. There are some artists who just want to be able to have a local show, or you know, just do a Rolling Loud or whatever. So these people, even if they get just 1,000 people to buy their song, just 1,000, all these TikTok videos they putting out, it's people really hitting for millions of views, but they don't end up getting no money because they end up with a couple 100,000 streams, no deal, and nothing. If you end up getting 1 million views on TikTok and you get 1,000 people to just buy your song, you really, with my business model, you will have $25,000. That is more than enough for somebody to do it again, quit their job or whatever.
It's time to wake up. If you're an independent artist, somebody who does music, and you've been on this app waiting on a viral video of your song to so-called blow up, take off, hit the algorithm with the right hashtags, and then you get 1 million views, and then what? You're expecting to blow up? Like, what's your thought process on how that goes? A record label calls you, maybe you get an email, and then what? You get flown out to the office, okay, you have the little lit party, oh, you see all the plaques on the wall, and then what? Maybe they call you back, maybe they don't. They just sold you a dream. Even if you get the deal, it's a glorified loan. It's not even earned money. It's borrowed money that you have to sit there and pay back. And guess what? You don't even get any more money until after you pay that back. Listen, the system is old. I got out of that loop because I realized I was hustling backwards. I was sitting up here spending all this money on marketing, all this money on my image, all this money on videos, all this money on mix and master to put out an A1 record. My music is A1. To basically strive for streams in hopes to be seen, heard, and paid. It's old, played out. There's no point. There's no point. Because even with 1 million streams, guess what? You get about $3,000 to $4,000 on Spotify. 2 months later. What's the point? All that time, you could have been sitting up here putting videos together to promote your song to sell direct to fan and get your money instantly to your bank account within 48 hours. See, that's what I'm doing. I'm changing the game. I came up with a business model that literally revolutionizes everything that it means to be an independent artist. I am selling a never before heard or previewed record on social media on a StanStore. I'm treating my music like a digital product, and I am leading the industry shift in what it means to be an independent artist. I'm looking to reach 4,000 people by April 30th who want to back this movement, because it always takes one person to come in first and show what's possible. When I sell 4,000 copies at $25 a piece, I literally will have made $100,000 as an independent artist. Do you understand how many streams you got to do to make $100,000? And then if you sign, you still got to probably get permission on when to drop, what kind of marketing. It's backwards thinking. So if you want to be a part of this movement, because you're like, I want to make a living off my art, let me see what she got going on, because clearly somebody's laying out the blueprint right now. Let's rally together. It's time for independent artists and people who make music to come together and take the power back and shift the game into our favor. The record labels are selling y'all a dream, like y'all ain't successful until you get a deal. No. You make $100,000 a month, you are more successful than the average person in the world. StanStore link in my bio. Purchase Elevated Sound 001 to support this movement. If you want to put power back into yourself, if you're a person who supports independent artists and actually wants to help them make a living, this is the way. Forget the streams. The DSPs brand themselves as platforms for convenience. They are playing into the favor of the labels. They're not playing into your favor. Your favor is selling your music like a product and actually earning a real living and marketing for a purpose. So yes, thank you in advance for your support, because when I do this, do you understand? The whole industry is going to change. And do you understand? Independent artists are going to rise up one by one and follow my blueprint. And we are going to become the actual. We've always been the leaders, but now people are going to actually wake up and realize that they're the ones with the most control. All right. So as y'all know, I'm changing the game. I have launched a new business model for independent artists to sell their music. And I'm the first one to take this approach. I am selling my song, Elevated Sound 001, that cannot be heard on any streaming platform or anywhere on social media, on my StanStore for $25. Now, over the past several days, I have been airing out the broken streaming system and how it is not serving independent artists to strive for streams to appease a label. It's just not adding up. So I'm going to show y'all in real time their business model that people are only following because they don't think there's another way. They think streaming is the only way. And then they think if they just get 1 million views, go viral, they'll get a record deal, they'll blow up, and then their life will change. The record deals alone, you were responsible for marketing yourself whole time anyway, so you might as well market yourself to actually make a real living and not wait on that deal. So, all right, let's just do a little breakdown. So this is a screenshot. I'm about to put it online. This is a screenshot of my Apple Music streams. Let's go to before the deal. Okay. I just dropped before the deal. Before the deal has 89 streams on Apple Music. This is literally nothing to labels. Nothing. You better not ever walk into a record label and say you have 89 streams. They will literally not even let you in the building. Let's do the math. 89 streams on Apple Music. Let's see how much I earned from that. I'm using a royalty calculator. 89 streams on Apple Music 60 cents. Okay? 60 cents. I made 60 cents from this before the deal. Now, let's do my business model. 89 customers who bought before the deal for $25 a song. Okay. 89 times 25. So I will have 2 racks. Quick bag. 2 racks. This is nothing to the labels. But I will have 2 racks. You would have 2 racks. Let's get another example going. This is nothing to the labels. This is embarrassing to the labels. But imagine if you were to actually get real fans, convert them to buy the song. This your rent. All right. Let me get another example going. Okay. So this is a screenshot of the top portion of my Apple Music streams. Now, leveled up, go on my move, pandemic, paid off. Let's talk about different. Okay. Different did $2,849. This is embarrassing to labels. You're supposed to be doing millions. We don't want to sign you. This is not enough streams. How many independent artist streams look like this? I'm the first one to show y'all. 2,849 streams. You did all them TikToks and IG Reels just to get 2,849 and spent $10K on a marketing campaign. 2,849 streams. Okay, $19.23. Okay, I worked with a songwriter on this. A1 mix and master from a Grammy award winning or nominated, one of the 2, engineer, multi-platinum. I invested a lot into marketing for $19. Now let's go to my business model. 2,849 fans, supporters, believers at $25 a song. So I have $71,000. I definitely got my return on investment. I spent $10K on marketing and then I end up with this. Okay. Now we're making sense. This doesn't make sense. My business model makes sense. Cut the DSPs. It's not adding up. We're striving for streams to so-called one day get a record deal. This is the way. Let's go to Spotify. Okay, now let's talk about Spotify. Okay, we got Lavish Birthday, Pandemic, Breakthrough, Stereotyped, Love My Life, Paid Off. Okay, these numbers, these are not qualifying numbers to a label. Do you see anything that says 1 million here? I spent money on Spotify campaigns for these. I don't know if the streams are real or not. I don't know if it was bots or not. I don't know. But the numbers are here. Okay. Let's just do Breakthrough. 58,000 streams. You're not getting a deal with this. This isn't good enough for a deal. If you go viral on TikTok or IG Reels and you end up with this amount of streams, you're not getting nothing. You better be thinking, I don't know, you better just hope that you get a distribution deal. You're not getting a multi-million-dollar, you're not getting that $1 million record deal. You're not. But guess what? 58,827 streams. Let's see what that yields us. 58,827. $200.01. I shot this music video in Miami at Rolling Loud 2021. That was a bag. I was backstage with all the A1 celebrities. They're all in the video. Yo Gotti, Pressa, Tay Money. I got Babyface Ray. They're all in the video. Also, like I said, I spent money on Spotify playlisting to get $200. Can y'all see that? $200. Okay, let's talk about my business model. 58,000 fans. 58,000 fans. Let's just do half of that. Let's just say half of the amount listen to the song twice. Let's just do half. 58,827. Half of that, 29,413 people listen to it twice. Let's just say that. At $25 per song, you will have $735,000. You will have 3/4 of a ticket. With this amount of supporters and fans, is it making sense to you now? It's done. At least for me. I'm not worried about no label anymore. Let me get these amount of fans. Let me secure these fans. Cause this what God wants. God wants you free. Not on nobody. Not in debt. Liberated. Thriving off your art. Sell your music for your own price. If you have not signed a major recording agreement and you've been trying to your whole life, you've been trying to get a record your whole life and you still ain't got one, take it as a blessing in disguise. I'm waking you up. Put the price on your music. You don't have to think about how them people was slanging it when it was CD era. Straight up. If you're a producer and you rapping on your own beats, you know what it is. You selling beats, sell the song. You can do the math on what you would have made if it was 58,000. You can do the math. If it was 58,000, what you would have made. I just told you it was 700,000 when it was half of that. Yeah, you will be up an M. I'm telling y'all. StanStore link in my bio to support. Okay. Let me just give you guys a real-time update of where we're at. So, just from the beginning, I announced that I was selling a record for $25 on April 7th. When I first came out with the idea, I had no idea how I was going to market. I had no idea my strategy to get people to rally and back me, but I just took a step of faith. I started getting ideas to come up with ways to garner attention towards what I was doing. And what that looked like was telling people information about the music industry that I know, waking them up about not waiting on the record deal, informing them of what is going on when you put your music for streams versus taking the direct-to-fan approach and putting the real numbers on there. So this was all content based in authenticity of my own numbers, my own real-life testimony, even telling my label rejection story. So through me telling my authentic story and sharing information, I'm educating. I laid the foundation for pieces of marketing content to drive traffic to my sales. I did not plan that out before I started this. I just took a step of faith. Okay. So I was laying out the foundation, but I wasn't going hard on sales. I was just laying the foundation for the movement, what I was doing. So then it dawned on me that I had an expense to cover, which was national press that I was looking to do to push the campaign and my Mercedes-Benz sponsorship narrative to the next level. And so I decided to rally people together to fund that. That is a strategy all independent artists need to take notes of. If you want to rally sales, tell the people what the money is for. Be real with them. I told them, hey, this is funding a national press campaign. And now they feel like they're a part of something. That holds me accountable to invest the money into what they bought into. And when the product manifests itself, they get to see what they paid for. And now it builds brand loyalty where they feel like they are a part of a real movement. It's real. I told you, you were paying for this. Here it is. It's legit. So I started a campaign on, what date was it?
just Saturday, April the 26th. You know, I was cutting it close. Because my goal when I started this was 4,000 people by April 30th. On April 26th, I started a campaign. I said, I need 150 more sales to cover my national press. And I started rallying through DMs, texting personal people. I also have the email broadcast system. And I was doing IG stories, posts, and everything like that. Yeah, so I just want to share. Today's Monday, April 28th. Now, remember, when I started this, I said April 30th. After April 30th, Elevated Sound 001 is gone. Now, I have to uphold what I said. I have to honor my deadline because that's what people bought into. They bought into the exclusivity. They bought into the fact that they want to be one of the first. If I move the deadline, if I change it, it diminishes the value. I'm selling value. I have to uphold what I said. So even though I started a mini campaign and said 150 people to back my national press, I've always still had the 4,000 people by April 30th goal. And that's when the song gets removed. It's April 28th. Let me share with y'all my numbers, where I'm at right now. And I'm going to tell y'all what I'm about to do. All right. So as of April 28th, 2025, hard copy sales, I have sold 68 copies. Okay. 68 copies. 68 copies at $25. That is $1,700. Instantly available to my bank account. Okay. I'm just telling you guys that to emphasize streams, they're done. Okay. Where did these 68 copies sold come from? Prior to me starting the 150 rally to back my national press campaign, I had already sold 19. I had already sold 19 from just laying the foundational videos, email blast, text, DMs. I had already sold 19 without trying too hard. Once I started to go in and I was texting and rallying and doing the most, that is when I sold 49 more copies. And they are backing me for that purpose of that press. They want to support a movement. They want to see what they got, what they invested in. Okay, so that 19 plus the 49 is what yielded the 68. Now, what does this mean? I still got to do 101 copies to cover the national press. Because remember I said 150. I've sold 49. I still got to do 101 copies for that. But I recognize it's April 28th. I got to uphold my April 30th deadline of the song ain't even available no more. So I sort of got to shift my focus now. I'm still going to do the national press because in my big goal of 4,000, I'm going to get the 101. But today, I can't just focus on the 101 because I recognize we only have 3 days left. So I sort of mentally shifted focus. It's like, okay, you got to get back in game mode of 4,000 by April 30th. Because if you just focus on the 101 just to try to do the press campaign, the 30th might come and then what? The song's gone. What point did that serve? So I'm going to be posting some content today that I know will really ramp this up. And yeah, just want to share my numbers right now. 68 copies sold in total. 19 was prior to the 150 for the press rally. 49 people have already backed me for the press. 101 still needed to cover the press. But in general, since I've sold 68 copies, that means that with my big goal, 4,000 by April 30th, I still have to reach 3,932 in 3 days. Okay, that's the update, folks. Talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for your support. And if you joined in, you really got something here. Because people are really loving this song. And also people are like, I want to get in the early stages of this movement. So it's really good. And yeah, the song's going to be gone after the 30th. So for Instagram, comment Pearl. I'll DM you the link. For TikTok, link in my bio.
StanStore. You already know. Thanks for your support. All right. Well, here's the moment you guys have all been waiting for. The moment when I address why I'm selling my music for $25 a song. Now, I have divided my answer into 3 sections. First section is called the creative aspect. The second section is called the business aspect. And the third section is called the long-term value for the consumer aspect. All right. First section, creative aspect. So unlike most artists nowadays, I actually am making my music with intention. I actually sit down and I think about what words I'm going to say on the song, because I believe, as you should also believe and know, there's power of life and death in the tongue. So ever since I started intentionally making my music where I choose my words specifically to enhance my life, I'm very careful with what I say on the track because I know the power of my words. And I also know what happens when you sing them, when you replay it in your mind. It's like subconsciously reprogramming your entire self-concept. Like, it is literally going to affect your reality. You listen to a bunch of songs about the hood, the trap, violence. You never know what kind of situations you might end up in. Especially, don't even get me started when you start rapping that out loud over and over. What kind of situations you might end up in. You make songs about how you got your heart broke 10 times over and that heartache. Hey, when are you going to get that ideal relationship if you keep talking about that? You're misaligned. So I intentionally last year started to create my music where I started to only speak stuff that I was trying to do and get. Success, financial stability, traveling the world, notoriety, just being successful. Because that's all I ever was working towards anyway. And now look, I'm living in Dominican Republic. I literally left the United States. And I came up with this fire idea. Now I'm making money direct to fan. God made a way. It started with me believing it though. So I just want to take a moment and speaking it over myself to read some of my lyrics from one of my songs that is out right now so that you can understand the type of stuff I'm saying about myself so that when you sing the song over yourself, this is what will happen to you. Okay, the song is called One. I'm going to speed through this really quick so I can get to points 2 and 3. It's a new day. I got a chance to keep going. I'm always focused on growing. I'm moving different, I'm knowing. It's up. Yeah, I'm pushing for the breakthrough. Come up. It ain't nothing that I can't do. What up? See, I had to go and learn the game. I put success within my aim, and now I'm on the money train. Yeah, now move that hate out the way, and when they ask why I go hard, this is what I'ma say. All it takes is one call, one text, one check. One call, one shot, one connect. One. All it takes is one. All it takes is one time for you to really catch a play. One time. That's why I'm grinding every day. One. Then I have this part right here. I made this part intentionally for when I do my shows, for the chant, for the crowd. I say, my life gonna change this year. All in, I got no fears. And then I repeat that twice. So imagine you listening to this type of music and you're saying it in your freaking car. My life gonna change this year. All in, I got no fears. This is helping you. That's why I put a premium on my songs, because I know what happens when you start to say these words over yourself. Your life goes up. Straight up. And that $25 becomes pennies. Because you start getting money and you start getting opportunity when you start speaking these type of words over yourself and reprogramming your own subconscious mind and reinventing your self-concept and knocking down limiting beliefs with my words. Okay. Reason number 2, business aspect. I'm going to keep this one short and simple. Straight up, I spent a lot of money on this. already. I spent a lot of money. The beat cost me more than $25. If I pay for a professional mix and master, that's close to a rack. Content, if I pay a professional videographer, that's more. Hair, makeup, nails, clothes. I mean, this is just from the business perspective. You can see why waiting on streams, it's not adding up. I put $25 on my record because I'm running my music career like a business now, and I've got to make it make sense. $25 a song is making sense to me. I just told y'all that I've already sold 68 copies and have grossed $1,700 in revenue in the past about a week. Now, let's talk about the last aspect. This is the one that I feel like majority of people are gonna be like, oh, okay. So, long-term value aspect for the consumer. Now, a lot of people have been saying, how are you going to charge $25 for one song? How does this protect the song from getting leaked? How does this protect from it getting pirated? Someone should buy it and leak it. Blah, 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 blah. I would never pay $25 for one song. They have all these projections. Here's what God gave me the idea, y'all. Here's what God gave me the idea to do, which is solidifying the value in my music at $25 a song. Everyone who buys a copy of my music, if you go on the StanStore page, you will see this is not just a song. It's branded as a digital collectible. I told y'all from the jump, I'm selling my song as a digital product. Everyone who buys the song is going to get registered into the Pearl Energy Master Vault Registry. The Master Vault Registry will be linked to a certificate of authenticity that will have a serial number, your name, and also will be encrypted with your date of birth. So even if somebody were to leak the song, you're not registered in the Master Vault Registry. Even if somebody were to get the digital certificate of authenticity and try to Photoshop the name, you're not registered in the Pearl Energy Master Vault Registry. My music, now taking this approach, has become like a digital asset, a digital, literal real estate piece, almost like an NFT. As I go up, because I'm already changing the game, as I elevate, as I go up, the value of my masters is going to go up. If you got in early, first of all, Elevated Sound 001 is going to be the most valuable one because it's the first. If you got Elevated Sound 001 and you are in the Master Vault Registry, it's like you got a stock. And there's nothing that can happen that will take you out of that Master Vault Registry. It is a literal database. And what I'm doing here is I'm protecting my buyers. So it doesn't matter if you leak the song. It doesn't matter if I get the mixed and mastered version and I end up releasing it on YouTube, do the music video on YouTube, put it on DSPs one day. People can stream it and listen to it 1,000,000 times over the label way. But if you're not in that Pearl Energy Master Vault Registry, where's the value? So my buyers, they are literally a part of the movement. They are getting a digital asset. That is why $25 is nothing. Because guess what? My masters, the value of me, you're buying into me, I guarantee you, years down the line, these serial coded certificate of authenticities, they're going to be worth millions. So you getting it at $25 right now is a deal. I'm just being real with you. This is like how y'all treat Yeezys and how y'all, like, this is that. So that's why my song's $25. Thank you guys for your support. StanStore, link in my bio. Love you guys.
I want to say this too. My music, because I have decided to break all of the industry rules and redefine the value of music, because I chose to sell my music at $25, because I went through a StanStore, because I now am going to register my buyers into the Pearl Energy Master Vault Registry, because I'm doing things that no other artist has ever done, which I want to say is an equivalent to what people would say is getting something tangible like a CD or a vinyl or a cassette. It's just a digital, tangible product. And y'all will see when the Master Vault launches, but you won't be able to get in. Only the people who literally bought it will have access. But I just want to say, because of those reasons, my music's value is going crazy. Listen, these ideas are hitting me like every day. That's how I know I'm in alignment. Like God, He's giving me these ideas every day. When I got the DR, I woke up on the Matrix with the labels and waiting on the deal, and now I'm selling direct to fam. And in a few weeks, now I got Pearl Energy Master Vault Registry. My music is literally turning into collectibles. Do you understand that? People will be like, when they come in and they catch on and they're there when it's Elevated Sound 002 and 3, they're going to be trying to get Elevated Sound 001. I'm sitting here thinking about who was the first buyer. The first buyer, the person who literally just genuinely supported me, they just don't even know, like, you just got rich. The Pearl Energy COAs, bro. I'm literally changing the game so much. Do you understand? In an era that is all digital, I have just come up with a way to authenticate master ownership. Do you understand that? And do you understand that I'm going to be the first to do it? I'm already the first. I'm the one who said it today. And I can see this now. These people are going to be like, people that come in late, they're going to want number one. I'm just telling you, like, get number one while you can.
All right. Well, we are 1 day away from Elevated Sound 001 literally being removed off of my StanStore. I've broken down why streams are done, why the streaming system is dead. I have explained why I'm charging $25 per song. All that makes sense. Now, for my music heads, for my people asking, is the actual song that I'm buying any good? Is what I'm getting? I know I get the asset down the line. I know that I'm joining the movement. But will I actually enjoy what I'm buying? I made this video for y'all. So, I have screenshotted some of my supporter feedback, people who have bought the song and have exclusive access to hear it, being that it is not on DSPs or any streaming platform. So let's just read some of them. Okay. Supporter says, let's start with one of the earliest ones. When he bought the song, I said, let me know how you like the song. He said, I want this as my ringtone. That means he want to hear it over and over. Okay. Then I said to another supporter, I said, let me know how you like the song. I'm feeling the track. It has a pop feel and your voice carries well on it. Keep up the good work. Okay. Let's see what someone else says. This person says, this is somebody I know personally, and no, they're not just gassing me, because this is their first time actually getting my music. Very groovy sound. You found your zone, woman. Congrats. I'll take this song with me on my run today. Okay. So, it's getting him in the zone. Okay. Yeah, that vibe, that high vibe. Okay. I want to take a special moment to shout out this supporter right here.
who came in, bought the song without me even having to convince her, ask her. They just came in and said, $25 is an understatement when it comes to pure talent, high frequency, and authenticity. Just like the first song I've heard, you are different. Your music is the type of rabbit hole that is soothing to the mind, body, and spirit. And sent me that confirmation. Now that right there. See what I'm talking about? That's just supporter feedback. That was before he even heard the song. I just want to shout him out. Next person, another supporter who bought it. What they saying? Also, the song is absolutely fire. It's truly something I can vibe out to. Clearly, I'm selling quality product. It's not just hype. It's actually worth the price too. It's worth the price now, and it's definitely worth the price later. Okay, another supporter says, I love the song. I felt the energy behind it, and the intent definitely gonna put it on my playlist for a motivation and inspiration. Period. That's the whole goal. That's the whole goal. And I just want to take a moment to shout out a day one fan. He said this before he got the song. I just want to shout him out. J-Like3332 says, I love your music among my favorite artists over Drake. And I'm Canadian. That's enough. That's enough feedback and comments right there. Elevated Sound 001. StanStore link in my bio. Tomorrow night it will be removed. I done told y'all everything you need to know. It's an appreciating asset. Believe in the product because it will increase in value. You will be an official master copy owner. I am literally creating a new blueprint to authenticate certified master owners and literally put the value back in music. I'm charging $25 for a song. I'm changing the game. Clearly, I'm literally walking in legendary status. And the song's actually good too, as I just showed y'all. So, support me. Whether you want to hear a good song, whether you want to join the independent artist movement to liberate artists all over the world and show them there's a better way than waiting on streams, waiting on that record deal, and buying the dream about the labels. Or if you want to get that digital asset and think about the long term, that future investment, that $25 is nothing compared to a stock in my brand. Thank y'all. StanStore link in my bio, or you can comment Pearl. If this Instagram, comment Pearl, and I will DM you the link. TikTok, link in my bio. Let's go. I want to say real quick, shout out to my 16 new supporters, Pearl Energy Day Ones believers who locked in to my independent artists. 16 copies sold at $25 a copy. Somebody do the math. It's over $250. I mean, because the 10 copies is $250. Probably about, I don't know, in between 3 and 4. You know how long it would take? Remember the example video? You gotta do 58,000 streams on Spotify to make 200. And then you don't get that money until 2 months later. It's hustling backwards. I'm selling quality music. I'm making a living now. I'm making a real living, and I'm reaching people direct. I'm building a community. Okay?
tomorrow the song comes down. Y'all, this is crazy. Listen, when I post this video, first of all, like I always say, you want to be successful for real and have peace of mind with your success. Because, see, trying to be successful with no spiritual foundation, you ain't going to have peace. You'll have thoughts of doubt, unworthiness, questioning, are you meant to be successful? Are you meant to have money? You gotta get the spiritual foundation first before you try to go for any success. Also, you can be led astray. You can get influenced to do crazy things. That's why people, when they say money being evil and all that, money is not evil. It's just, if you, like the Bible says, it's the root. So if you don't have spiritual foundation, you will misuse the money, because money gives you access to a bunch of things. You will misuse it and basically fall into different types of temptation and sin. That could be, I'm not even going to name them. Just know that you got to have the spiritual foundation first. You got to have the relationship with God. I ain't sitting up here saying you got to be perfect, but what I am sitting up here saying is watch a service on Sunday. Just get some kind of roots. Download the Bible app. Just read the description in the morning real quick. Before you check social, just read the scripture. Just do something to say, I'm keeping God first. After you start doing that, He's going to open up the doors. So let me just tell y'all something. This is so crazy. When I set out on this mission, I just came up with this. I woke up out the Matrix. God helped me get out the Matrix and stop waiting on the record deal. Stop buying the record label dream. And I said, I'm going to put my song at $25. It was just like $25. Like, why? Just because I wanted to break the rules. I got tired of buying into the fact that they say you got to bundle this, bundle that. No, you don't. You got people that like your music and they want to support you and be a part of what you got going on. It ain't going to matter what you say. And I'm going to say this on camera too. I could sit up here if I wanted to. I could sell a song for $100, $500. I could sell a song for $500. You want to know why? Because I believe that I can. I know that I can. And I can make it worth that. Right now I'm selling a song that I know will add to your life. That is a normal duration for music nowadays. In between 1 to 3.5 minutes. 1 minute and 30 seconds, 3.5 minutes. It's a normal duration. It's a great sonic piece and the lyrics are on point. $25. If I wanted to make a song worth $500, I can make it worth $500. I can go get me a symphony, a real symphony together. I can make you know how Drake be doing them songs where it be 2 songs in one? I could put 5 together and give you a 30-minute masterpiece and tell you this is a sonic experience, $500. Now, here's the thing. Only so many people will be able to buy that. But you understand, 10 people buying it is 5 racks. Just reaching 10 people who want to, number one, have that sort of experience in their ears, and also want to feel like they were one of the people that could get it. Y'all got to understand how to market yourselves. Stop buying into the dream that you need to put a price cap on your stuff. Don't look at the iTunes prices. That's the false reality. Think about what your music is worth and then justify it. If you want to start off, you just building the confidence, $5. Just go a little bit above iTunes. $5. How many people you done ran across at South by Southwest, or people who be hustling outside when you go different public places and they slinging their CDs for $5? To be honest, they hustling smarter than half the people on the streaming platforms now. They just doing it wrong because they got the physical version. That's what makes it seem like, oh, it's played out. But if you take that mindset, that hustle mindset, and put it on your digital music, just start out small, $5. You want to take 10 next level, 10. I'll say, some of y'all could do 15 if you want. I would skip 15. 15 is a weird number for a song. I would just go straight 5, 10, 20, 25. 15 is weird to me. $15 per song. I mean, you can do it, but it's kind of weird. So, I'm just saying, I could make a song worth $50. I could do anything. It's all about what you believe. So let's go back to what I was saying. Why this is crazy. When I started this, I just took a step of faith. I need y'all to read, like I said, get y'all get y'all spiritual foundation in order. But I want y'all to read the Miracle Equation. I want you to get that book. I've been having it, but I never actually read it and implemented it. So when I started this, I read the Miracle Equation and I got my Miracle Equation mantra, which was, I am committed to maintaining unwavering faith that I will sell 4,000 copies of Elevated Sound 001 and gross $100,000 in revenue by April 30th, 2025, and putting forth extraordinary effort until I do, no matter what, there is no other option. That was the miracle mantra. And I ain't gonna cap. There was days when, there was no sales early on. There wasn't that sense of urgency because it wasn't close to the 30th. Once it started getting close to the 30th and I started to try to cover certain expenses for my marketing, I started to ramp up on the personal text. I saw the personal texts were converting. I was like, okay, I got to go to people direct. You want to talk about direct to fan? You got to go to people direct. So I was getting a lot of support from texting people personally, but I was trying to also find a way to get support from people that I don't know, because those are my reoccurring supporters. Those are my real fan base people, as far as people who are going to buy my second and third and fourth and fifth and so on drops. Now, when I planned out what blogs I was going to go on, that's another thing. Y'all need to make sure that the money you're getting, invest some of it back into the marketing. How else are you going to get new fans, new leads? It's sales. You've got to promote yourself smarter, not harder. I had already posted and spent money on 2 platforms called Welcome to the Culture and Talk to Pops. A lot of the feedback was anti $25 per song because they stuck in, I would never pay $25. But when I was going through the list of blogs that I was wanting to get on, No Labels Necessary, when I saw it hit me, I was like, yo, that's the one. That page is already curated. People who follow that page, that's literally all they talk about. And I looked at it, there's people talking about direct to consumer. That's the whole community. So I was like, I know. This is like a quantum jump move. I was like, I know if I hit that page with my movement, they will support me. Especially when they see me. They see my authenticity. And they see my courage, boldness, faith, inspiration, motivation. And it worked. One post on there, they love me. They literally love me. They embrace my $25. They're like, yo, thank you for inspiring me. Thank you for making me believe this is what it's about, at least for me. You got people posting the video on their story now saying, if I sold my song for $25, how many of y'all would support? They're considering selling their song for $25 now. So that was yesterday. God allowed me to get the money from my StanStore cash out to reinvest in the marketing, and it be just enough to pay for No Labels Necessary. And even me knowing Brandman, him hitting me back at the very last minute, I got up on there on the 29th. Now, here's the thing. I got approved for 2 posts already. I had a choice yesterday on which post was going to be my first one. But I said, instead of me posting that streaming breakdown video, let me post the one where I justify my price at $25. Because I want to, let's see how many supporters and believers I can get to convert from that. And they are converting. They're still converting. And some people converted just from seeing the video.
most, I'm going direct. Everybody that commented, I'm going direct. Everybody that liked that I can see, I'm going direct. That is the hustle. You need to use social media as a tool. You got to hit these people. Do not expect them to come to you. Don't expect the literal just, like, you got to actually put forth the effort so that your effort can meet the miracle. You got to meet the miracle. So what I'm saying is, all right, now it's the 30th. This the last day. Y'all. I got more money from my StanStore that cashed out in my bank, and I have the ability to market myself again. Now, I haven't used my second No Labels Necessary post, so I was thinking, I'm like, all right, it's the last day. What video am I going to post? I got to make a lasting impact, and I got to convert. If I'm standing on my miracle mantra, 4,000 people, how can I do that? I noticed No Labels Necessary. You know how many artists it is like in the video? It's so many artists, bro. It's so many artists liking the video, so many artists commenting on the video, people in the music industry who are under the producers, everything. It's just a freaking community of straight artists, music people. Yesterday when I posted my $25 breakdown, I encouraged and inspired people to put the price on their music and justify myself and show my courage and my boldness. This entire time, prior to that video, I have been sowing seeds. God have been giving me them ideas every day to post pieces of content to lay the foundation for this campaign. And I was posting videos, I call them rally videos. Me and my partner, Devin, we had a conversation when he was here. He was like, the fastest way you're going to get as many sales as possible is if you rally people. You rally that support. You trigger that emotion and create that sense of urgency. To meet your goal, you need to have a mission. It's a purpose-driven goal. So I did that. I started laying videos out that were waking people up out the record deal dream and rallying people to back me. And those videos were they were somewhat converting because they were just on my page, and it was just like, it wasn't at that time as effective as if I were to go and text somebody, say it like that. But I see now, God set this up so, oh my goodness, it's the last day, y'all, April 30th. And I'm on No Labels Necessary. I done made an impact with that $25 post. $25 for one song post. I'm about to post one of my rally videos on No Labels Necessary, where I say I'm looking for 4,000 people to back me by the April 30th, and they're going to look and see today is the 30th. Today is the last day. I really feel like, because understand, over 30,000 people saw the video. The first $25 video got over 1,000 likes, hundreds of comments. That video is going to rally them artists, and them sales are going to come in. Now, I understand what comes on the other side of that. I got to hold up my end. I gotta do exactly what I said. Be the living example. You know, I gotta pave that way, show what's possible. I'm gonna have a community of artists. They need leadership. I gotta do what I told y'all. I'm gonna have my platform. I understand what comes with it. But that miracle equation, unwavering faith, extraordinary effort until the last, and put forth extraordinary effort. I'm committed to maintaining unwavering faith that I will sell 4,000 copies of Elevated Sound 001 and gross $100,000 in revenue, and put forth extraordinary effort until I do, no matter what. There is no other option. It's the last day, y'all. So I just want to share this. My rally video is about to go out. These were seeds that It seemed ineffective when I was doing them. But look at what God did. And what's crazy, the day I did my rally videos, I did them all like on the same day. I went outside, I flashed out at the camera and just pulled it out of me. I was like, yo, if you're an artist, you need to wake up. Boo, 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 boo. And I did 3 videos. The first one was because I was just warming up. I was a little bit softer in tone. I was like, you don't really want that record job. Oh. Then the second one was a little bit more ramped up. I'm like, yo, if you're an independent artist, The third one made me cringe, because that third one, I ain't even posted that day because I was like, oh, this one kind of looking crazy on there. I was embarrassed by my own video. Because it was so passionate. I was speaking facts, but I was out my comfort zone. The way I was spitting it, I was out my comfort zone. Like it made me come up out my body, literally. Like, and I put that video in the archives. I ain't posted because I was nervous. But then the next day came on like, yo, I gotta put some more content out. And I was like, man, I'm gonna just put it out. I'm not gonna have no shame, because that video, I'm spitting facts. And it's the most ramped up one. And I put it out. And that video, people are coming on my page now saying, oh, you the truth. Oh, this, oh, that, oh, that. That's the one I'm about to post on No Labels Necessary. It's the most ramped up one. And it's the one where I say 4,000 people back me by April 30th. I just wanted to share this before I do it. The power of sticking to your miracle. It's the power of unwavering faith. The power of just going and figuring it out later. You just gotta go. It ain't gonna be laid out perfect. You just gotta go. So I'm about to do this. Let's go.
Hey guys, so since my entire movement has been documented in real time, that's my brand. I've actually found a really good niche lane doing that. Authentic, real footage, real time. It holds me accountable to share results and be real with you guys on what's going on. And it also makes it so much more engaging because it's real life. So as y'all know, I set out on a mission to sell 4,000 copies of my digital song, my first digital collectible, official master copy of my record called Elevated Sound 001. Another sale just came in. Ooh, praise the Lord. And when I set the goal for 4,000, it was a simple math equation. Wow, another sale just came in, actually. It was a simple math equation where I said, you know what? I just want to see if I can make $100,000 a month off my own music. Forget that deal. I ain't waiting on it no more. And I said, hey, $25 a song, 4,000 copies. Simple. 4,000 people. Let me see if I can reach 4,000 people at 25. I can convince you why it's worth 25. Let me see if I can reach 4,000 people. It's just a personal goal. In the midst of that, I realized this was bigger than just me. I realized while I did have my personal goals and my plans and what I'd like to invest in and things I'd like to do in my personal life, I realized this was about liberating independent artists and showing them there was a better way. I have an extensive history in the music industry, considering my age. I've had label meetings. I've helped people get deals. I have helped people collect royalties, all types of royalties. I didn't manage people. Like, I'm an artist, but I've played the business side. So my experience and my knowledge doesn't come just from frustration as an artist. It comes from witnessing the business. And I just broke it down and said, I'm not waiting on a deal no more. I was pushed to a point of realization. And I want to come on here and tell you guys that the beauty in this story, they always say, oh, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey.
it's not about whether I sell the 4,000 by 11:59 tonight or not. It's about who I became in my effort to do it. It's about how many people I reached, informing them of this truth. And it's about just my belief that I could do it. So I want to tell you guys my current numbers. You know, this is my first time doing this. When I set up my StanStore, I had no idea what I was doing. Like, I literally just worked with ChatGPT. Like, I just came up with this stuff. And as I continued to market, I updated the store with what it was about. I did email, but like, that's what this is about. Figuring it out along the way. If y'all are waiting on the perfect moment to start, you ain't gonna get it. Now, as I figured it out along the way, I ended up generating real support, real fans. People are coming to my page like thinking that I planned this perfect marketing plan, and you know, it's so amazing how you execute it. This is just me in a flow state. So, and that's because of God. So I want to share with y'all at 6:45 p.m. EST what my current numbers are. So, Elevated Sound 001 has sold 105 copies. Now, is that close to 4,000? No. But 4,000 was my big goal, right? And even though as of this exact moment in time, it's not 4,000, I have proved to myself and I've shown y'all there's a better way. 105 copies sold has grossed me $2,625. How much do you have to do in streams to get that? And how long do you have to wait? That's what this was about. Breaking down the truth and showing there's a better way. Now, my big goal, my 4,000 people, I can't be attached to the results. I just stepped out on faith and I met my faith with action. The rest is up to God. And I got to honor deadlines that I told people. So the song will come down tonight. It will. And whatever the results are at the end, it doesn't matter, because I've still proven the truth in the fact that if you just step out on faith, you will get real freedom. Take the mask off the record deal and don't hand your power off to another entity. And then you will wake up and realize you are the one in control of your career. You get to decide how much money your music is worth. You get to decide how many copies you're gonna sell. Set the goal and just take the action. So I just want to share, some information with y'all. Me, where did this idea even come from? Well, first of all, I want to say, before I show y'all the book, I want to tell y'all this is the most important book. Get this in your life. This is the Bible. Before you try to do anything involving large amounts of money or going to the next level of success, please get this, because this is going to keep you grounded in the truth of what you're even doing it for, the purpose. You feel me? This whole testimony is just to glorify God, to show that He can liberate you if you just step out on faith. Now, the book that inspired me to take this course of action, it's called The Miracle Equation. So for this entire campaign, I've been living by the miracle equation, where I basically created a miracle mantra, which goes like this. The point is to live by this miracle mantra until the very end. So my miracle mantra for this campaign was, I am committed to maintaining unwavering faith that I will sell 4,000 copies of Elevated Sound 001 and gross $100,000 in revenue by April 30th, 2025, and putting forth extraordinary effort until I do, no matter what. That was my literal miracle mantra that I said every day. And if you go on my page,
and you backtrack when I started and all this, you will see the extraordinary effort. Those were just social media posts. Y'all have no idea how many DMs I sent. Y'all have no idea how many texts I sent. Y'all have no idea how many email blasts I sent. So I'm telling y'all this to let y'all know it's more about the faith-based action that's going to get you the results. For me to sell, they got people questioning, how could I even sell a song for $25? Well, I just sold 105 copies. So by me putting myself out there and saying, here's why I'm bold enough to believe my music is worth $25. You want to support or not? I'm standing on that. And I'm coming out and I'm saying I'm looking to reach 4,000 people because I realize this is bigger than me. That is what creates the room for God to show you the clear path to take. So I just want to tell y'all that as we count down to these final hours to see how many copies I sold, with about 3 hours, like I've been doing most. I've been DMing everybody. If you got a DM for me, you know what it is. So I'm doing my action, but I understand to reach 4,000 people, you got to reach the masses. Like that's in God's hands. So especially in such a short window, like it's so that's why it's like, if you're gonna strive for anything and you're an artist, if you're gonna hope something goes viral, you could at least be doing it in a way that benefits you. Don't do it for the streams, because it don't benefit you. Do it to where you empower yourself. You got ownership. And here's the thing about the record deal. This is the truth. They don't want you until you don't need them. So I guarantee you, you start putting your price on your music and you take this radical approach and you start moving hard copies like how I'm doing, that's when they're going to call you. But guess what? That's when you're going to have a leverage and you're going to be able to sit up there and say, I don't want sign no more. That's how it goes. Don't wait on the deal to save you. When you get to the point where you don't need them for real, that's when they're going to want you. But then the choice is yours. Thank you guys. StanStore, link in my bio if you want to grab your record before 11:59 when it will be taken down. Love you guys. Yes, I changed my hair, period. They out here saying I'm looking Dominican. It's because the clothes is giving Spanish. You feel me? If I had different clothes on, it'd look a little more savage, but the floral fit makes it like I'm Spanish and all that. Okay. Well, y'all, Elevated Sound 001 campaign is officially over. That was the most. I'm tired, boss. But let me give y'all the recap. So, 116 people got their copy of Elevated Sound 001. Certified master copy. You will be registered into my Pearl Energy Master Vault registry that will be launching very soon, exclusive to all my certified master owners. I purchased 10 copies of my own master. I gifted 5. I am treating this like, I don't think y'all understand, like this is for real. I'm not finna go in the StanStore and act like I bought it if I didn't during the duration when it was open. No. The same way I sold certified master copies during that window of time, I bought my 10 and I gifted that 5 during that same window. Why? Because I'm going to have my certificate of authentication for my own master. So technically, 126 master copies went out during this Elevated Sound 001. This 126, bruh, y'all are going to see. It's an appreciating asset, and you will see you got the most rarest one. Like, it's like that. For the people who did not get to grab the first digital collectible Elevated Sound 001, stay tuned. Don't miss Elevated Sound 002. We are still in the early stages of this revolution. Don't miss Elevated Sound 002 when I drop. 126 copies were distributed. That's the click. That's the foundation of this movement. Those are the initial stakeholders in the Pearl Energy brand. You understand what I'm saying? Backed by a certificate of authentication, will be registered in my Pearl Energy Master Vault registry very soon. Now, I want to, and just to clarify, 116 copies sold. That's $2,900. I bought 10 of my own masters, so I'm not really counting as revenue. It went back into my funnel, but if I were to count all 126, that's $3,150. But I bought 10 of my masters, and I gifted 5, and then I own 5. So we're not gonna count that. We're just gonna say 116 copies sold that I did not purchase on my own. And yeah, $2,900 on the gross revenue. Now, I want to take a moment to highlight some of my favorite moments from this campaign. This is so cool. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Okay. So, as a result of me putting myself out there, and as a result of me sharing information to help myself and to help everybody else, Waka Flocka, he says, can you explain more about what you're saying pertaining to streaming your music? Look at that. Apparently, I do go hard in the paint. Apparently. 116 copies sold. I bought 10 of my own masters. But Waka Flocka now knows who Pearl Energy is. And this is definitely a campaign highlight. Thank you, Waka Flocka, for acknowledging the real. If you haven't listened to my voice memo, I sent you a personalized message. Feel free to get back to me at your earliest convenience. Next campaign highlight. Okay. First time on No Labels Necessary, the iconic Timbaland now knows who Pearl Energy is. Speaking real truth. Being myself. Testifying. I gotta do something real special for this one right here.
Baby, you looking fine. I have you open all night like your I take you home, baby, let you keep me company. You give me some of you, I give you some of me. You look good. I'm bringing sexy back. If I'm mistaken, think that where I am and where you at. And my homeboy Larry Locke is the only one that had my back. We were the perfect pair, and now it seems that we don't back. Is it the money? Want me to give it back? Relationship was all I know. You and me only.
And last but not least, campaign highlight number 3. On my most recent No Labels Necessary post, Rashawn Fagan says, listen, y'all don't even understand. Rashawn Fagan, yo, you are actually responsible, like, in part towards my whole music, like, YouTube thing. Because before I was rapping seriously, I was making parodies on YouTube. And you and Cody Lindley, like the Ro and Co show. Hold on. This was life. The Ro and Co show, bro. Check back in for new videos and more info. Period. So obviously, past the sales, this experience is just fantastic. So many people became aware of who I am, which is the point, which increases my stock, my brand, etc., and brings awareness to my platform, mission, and purpose, and music. Stay tuned for Elevated Sound 002. If you didn't get one, Elevated Sound 002 will be dropping soon. Stay tuned, bro. Do not miss it. My stock's going up. I'm telling you. The certificates of authenticities behind my certified master copies. I got people DMing me now saying they wish they would have got number 1 already. You guys wait and see. Don't miss number 2. Thanks, guys.